Hello, and welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuning in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on the replay. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are here for a transfer show. We ain't done one of these in a while. Do you know what I mean? Because the season's just been seasoning. Do you know what I mean? So listen, man, we ain't done one of these in a while. We're back again for another transfer show. Loads to discuss. We got Zubimendi. Here we go. We've got Saliba talking about obviously in talks with Andrea Berta about an extension on his current deal. Of course, we're going to be speaking about everything else. Bukayo Saka deal as well. We're probably going to be speaking about. We might speak about other things like the Victor Yokara stuff and all of that good stuff, but the main things that we're going to be speaking about is Zubimendi, of course, and the Saliba extension. So make sure you smash the like button, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Big up to everybody. We have set up a membership, so if you do want to become a member, you can join using the link in the pinned description, in the pinned chat. Yeah, it's pretty much just if you want to. You don't have to. It's not forced, but big up to everybody. Just smash the like button. That's what you do have to do. I'm forcing you to like the video, bro. That's what I'm forcing you to do because that's free. Yeah. So make sure to get that done for me, people. But I am joined by man like Cal in the building as well. On Australian time, we found time.
Australian time. Australian time.
Doesn't overlap. It's 9 p.m. there.
9 p.m.
Hey, big up, man. But listen, we are here to discuss obviously Zubimendi. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano put out a tweet this morning specifying, well, actually, I'll read out the tweet now that he did put out, which was, where is it? Let me not lose it. There we go. So Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal agree a deal for Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Here we go. Zubimendi has now verbally agreed to sign a long-term deal, so formal steps must follow soon, with Arsenal to trigger 60 million euro release clause. Zubimendi ready to become the first signing of the new season. So listen, Zubimendi. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of good news for us Arsenal fans who right now, to be honest, are having a really shit time, but a bit of good news in amongst the shit, to be honest. Thoughts, Cal? What are your thoughts, man, on this one?
When we were first, I was thinking about when we first got the Zubimendi news. I think it was was it in January when we got the confirmation, or alleged confirmation, that we got him, and it was kind of like something like a PR thing. Yeah. But it seems like it wasn't just PR. They were actually telling the truth, which is good to hear. And I'm pretty excited that we're getting business done early in the transfer window. Well, the transfer window hasn't even opened yet, which is kind of like unheard of for Arsenal Football Club. You know what I'm saying? So this is really, really good sign. And I think it's something to be, I'm positive, but I'm still wary. That's what I feel, because it is Zubimendi and it's not set in stone yet. But the fact that we're trying to do business quickly and we're trying to get things done and we're not dilly-dallying, we're not trying to go back and forth with stuff, and we're just getting shit done. That's what I'm most excited about. And I'm most excited. I'm really happy that Berta's getting. I know Berta was a closer, but really happy that he's getting shit done. So that's what I'm really, really excited about. On Zubimendi himself, I haven't watched much of him. The only La Liga team I watched a bit of this season was Real Madrid, because I kind of tend to watch them because I like Ancelotti ball. Well, I used to like Ancelotti ball, but but you know, when I've seen him, it was okay. But I don't watch him week in, week out, so I can't. I'm not going to be a tactical guy that'll tell you he's exactly what we need. But I think he is a technical player, and it's what we need. We have enough pace and power. So I think this is going to be really, really good for us.
Yeah. No, listen, I definitely agree with a lot of the stuff that you said. I think for us when we first got linked to him, yeah, and then um he obviously rejected us the first time. Do you know what I mean? That was the first whole thing about him rejecting us, and then Liverpool obviously coming for him, he rejects them, and you're thinking, bro, does this guy want to leave, or is he? Like, if you don't want to leave, just if somebody comes in for you, just say no. I'm fine. I'm happy where I am. Okay.
Just I'm in an iron, bro.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? This guy's like, it's like he's sitting there and he's got the contract. He's like, oh, am I gonna sign? Am I gonna sign? Oh, I don't think so yet.
Man,
Oh,
man
am I
has
gonna
the
sign?
flowers. Will I not type shit. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Will I
Like,
leave? Will I not? Will I
yeah,
leave? Will I
like,
not? You know
just
what I mean?
make up your mind, bro. But listen, we've got the here we go. So hopefully that's enough to be able to confirm that he's here. But obviously, none of us are really gonna. What I'm not. I'm pretty sure you're on the same boat as me. That it's not really gonna be like a full on celebration
Yeah.
until we actually see him holding up the shirt, because that's the most important thing. Once he's holding up the shirt and whatever number he's going to pick, he wears the number 4, so I don't know what number he's going to pick when he gets to Arsenal. But if he does that, that's going to be amazing news. It's going to be great news, because I do agree with you. We've got enough pace and power in that midfield. We do need a bit of technical ability in there to sprinkle it in there, so we can have one thing. One thing I do hear about him is that he's very good at breaking the lines, which is something that we definitely need.
Yeah.
Um, and listen, if he can do that, because I've seen him in the Euros and I've watched like maybe a handful of Real Sociedad games, but it's not enough to like build like I. It's not enough for me to build like a full on. Oh my god, this guy is definitely what we need. This guy is this and this guy is that. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit different. So for me, I can't fully comment on him, but from what I've seen, he looks like a very technical player, somebody who's very good at passing the ball, somebody who's very good at being able to find players when they're making runs. Do you know what I mean? He's also got a goal in him and assist in him. So, listen, I'm hoping that he can come in, hit the ground running. But I'm glad that we're gonna do it before the preseason starts, so he has the full preseason.
That's a big that's
You know
something
what
I
I
didn't
mean?
think about as well. Yeah, because a lot of times we're waiting long and we don't have people like time for players to integrate into the team. So getting
Yeah,
that preseason stuff, getting him on the preseason tour as well, getting some minutes in him is really good. And I really hope that I know we have our differences on Odegaard, but I really hope he unlocks Odegaard as well. Because we have Odegaard next season. We need him to be good. We need him to be at his best. And hopefully with Zubi in that midfield, Odegaard doesn't have to track back as much as he
yeah,
normally does to pick up that ball. Hopefully, if Zubi is good enough to beat the press and just get it to him without him having to track back and just find him consistently, we can get Odegaard not using as much energy, finding Saka, having more passing options, and really unlock him as well. So I really hope it works out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, definitely. And the thing is, yeah, because it's so rare for us to do this. I do agree with you that it's unheard of that Arsenal just get stuff done from the start. So for him
Yeah,
to be able to get used to playing with the boys, do you know what I mean, and get used to being with the lads and playing in that system. I know it's still pre-season, but you still get like a taste of what
yeah,
the play style is like. Do you know what I mean? For you to get fully integrated into the team, which is, listen, for me, it's amazing, because we need to bolster the squad as much as possible now. We're gonna have players leaving. We're gonna have players coming in, so we need to have these players in as early as possible to get them used to how we're playing and all of that stuff. Aaron, for your information, yes, he is. At the moment, they're working on the deal, and they're trying to get him to stay. So from what we know, they are trying to get him to stay. They are trying to offer him. I think it's either a 2-year contract with improved terms for some reason. I don't know
Oh
why.
wait, so actually, I thought that was the main thing that was holding it up because he wants improved terms, and they're like, nah.
Well, it's I haven't heard anything else. That's just all we know is that he wants. Sorry, I should have worded that a bit better. So he wants improved terms. They're trying to offer him a new deal. So at the moment, it does look like Arsenal want him to stay rather than get rid of him, which is,
Hmm.
you know what I mean. We need to wait to see how that unfolds.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
do you know what I mean? We don't want him to leave as a free agent. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
is how
To
it
be,
looks like to me.
to be honest, that's probably gonna. I reckon we give him a +1, and then he leaves on a free next season.
Mm.
I think the only reason they really need him to get that contract going is because we can't, like, getting rid of Partey and Jorginho. I think it's almost like too much business. Like,
Yeah,
it's too many holes to fill. We
you're
need
throwing
a
Zubimendi
little.
at the deep
Yeah,
end, bro. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah. Zubimendi's a good man. He can handle it. It's just, um, we would have no backup.
Yeah,
We'd be getting rid of both our sixes. And Rice is just not going to play as a six for Arsenal, except in break glass for emergency season 8. So we really need Partey to kind of just stick around for a year and help, because we need bodies. We need
yeah.
bodies in the team.
Also that on that, yeah, because I know Rice, everybody wants him as a 6. I wanted him as a 6, but that game against PSG where he was in the 6, that was an eye opener, bro. Because
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I think he's like fully gotten rid of that mentality of being a 6 now. He's just
Yeah,
fully all into that 8 position and wants to
yeah,
improve his ability going forward, as well as being able to intercept when he wants to be that box to box midfielder. He doesn't want to be a 6.
yeah.
I don't think it's him being forced to do it by Arteta now. I actually think he also, part of him also wants to, like, I don't want to
Oh,
be
you haven't heard his interviews, like, even before, like, early into his tenure at Arsenal? He
Mm,
said he wanted to score more goals. I think at West Ham he said he wanted to score more goals.
yeah,
And he was really, and that's why he kind of likes Arteta a lot. If
yeah,
you noticed that he kind of really likes Arteta now, because I think it's because Arteta kind of let him have that role where he can be more of an offensive option, because that's what he enjoys. He enjoys taking the shot. He enjoys driving, and to be honest, he's really good at it. He's getting better,
yeah.
which
You know,
is, yeah,
yeah. No, I was just gonna say, yeah, because last season, yeah, where Rice was playing in the 8, and then you had Jorginho playing in the 6,
yeah,
and I think Liverpool game was in amongst that, where where it was like, oh, if you lose that game, you're completely out of it, and all of this stuff, yeah. But with that, yeah, Jorginho was actually playing amazing then, and
yeah,
that
yeah,
mixture of having Rice and Jorginho playing together,
yeah,
it worked perfectly.
yeah.
I'm just hoping that that Zubimendi can make that partnership again, and then you have two younger players there that can grow with each
The,
other into their
mm.
prime. Like, bro, if we can get that again, bro, that's a
And
serious
to be honest,
level of
I think that's how we probably gonna have an easier time unlocking that mid block. To be honest, because if Zubi can actually find people, and
yeah,
we could completely just bypass that mid block and have Rice and Odegaard run into space and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be good, because I was really happy when Jorginho came off the bench at certain times last season. It's just and starting some games last season, he looked good. So, and I think if he's going to be that type of player, he's the right profile for it. And
yeah.
it's good to have like an actual technical midfielder,
Mm.
like, playing in there. We don't
Yeah,
need
no,
everyone to do all the running all the time. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, 100%. And the thing is, yeah, obviously, listen, Neil, I know you're obviously saying we still can't just have Rice as 8. He can't break down low blocks with passing. But I think that's why you're gonna have Zubimendi there. Do you know what I mean?
But
That's
the
probably
thing is, Rice is
why
getting
you're gonna.
better at that, though. Remember against PSG, he had the line breaking pass to, who was it in the second half, in that second game? Was it to Martinelli? He made a pass that broke a line. Him and Skelly had passes. Both him
Mm,
and Skelly had line breaking passes that in
yeah,
the box. So he's actually getting better and better at that. I don't think he's going to be a guy you do the little 1-2s off of, but I think he can find a pass. I think he's getting
also
better
his
at that.
diagonals, bro. He's this season, especially, he's been trying to attempt more diagonals, which I need him to do a bit more. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I need Rice to like attempt more diagonal balls to the Sakas and all of this
Yeah.
stuff because
Oh, the problem with doing it to the Saka's always surrounded, bro. It's like it's crazy. Every time I see this guy on the pitch, there's like 4 man just standing next to him. So so Martinelli's always free on that left hand side. But yeah, I know what you're
But I'm
saying.
talking about if let's say for instance the ball's on the left side of the pitch, yeah, with Rice,
Mm,
and then normally Saka's able to have some space, then
mm,
you need to be able to knock that diagonal
yeah,
ball to him straight away. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So he's got that free,
mm,
well he's not free, but he's got that space to be able to maneuver and be able to get past them. But
yeah,
listen, I think with Zubimendi and his line breaking passes, if it is true that he is good with them, do you know what I mean? Which we will have to wait and see. Then that's definitely something that we can utilize. Do you know what I mean? That's definitely something that can make our defense, our midfield better. Like you said, can give Erdegaard that space to just attack more and do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Focus more on the attacking front
yeah.
rather than the defensive front. And
Honestly,
definitely,
thinking about that, I don't think Odegaard in that first season, Odegaard wasn't doing not the first season, but the first season we challenged. Odegaard wasn't doing all this running he's doing now. At least I can't remember him doing all this running because he just runs so much. It's like who's that Chelsea player again? The freaking Pitbull they call him Pitbull.
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, they call him Pitbull now at Atletico. The
Yeah.
guy's playing like Conor Gallagher,
Gallagher.
like in terms of how much running he has to do. So I really hope Arteta just tells him, hey, we have Zubi. You don't have to run. You don't have to like stand next to Saliba to get the ball. Stay up there, and you can focus all your energy on trying to be, creative. You know what I'm saying? So at least that's the hope.
Yeah, no, definitely is the hope, and yeah, you know what? It's just this is for Arsenal. Like they've done enough of this stuff. They've done enough of this. Like we're waiting for this transfer window. This transfer window is going to be like our. Do you know what I mean? This transfer window is going to be our biggest transfer window. We're going to fix all of our problems, all of this stuff. So this transfer window has to go right, bro. It has to go
Mm,
right. Putting aside everything that we may think about the manager, do you know what I mean? Opinions on the manager by certain fans. For the club, this transfer window has to go right because this is the
yeah,
future of Arsenal Football Club.
yeah,
With or without Arteta, this is the future of Arsenal Football Club. So we have to get the right players in. We have to get the right profiles in. We have to get the right personnel in this transfer window because we are on the brink of winning something, but
yeah,
you sometimes you can get stuck on the brink of winning something. You can get stuck in that lane and you can't get over the line. You can't open the door. Like you can unlock the door, but then there might be like the handle gets stuck and then you can't open it. That's where we are right now. Where the handle is
yeah,
freaking stuck and we just can't open that door and walk through. Like it's just it's painful, bro. So we need to make sure that we're making the right transfers. We need to make sure that we're being the right players. And listen, once they come in, then it's Arteta has nowhere to hide. There is nowhere to
yeah,
hide for him, unfortunately.
yeah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, there's no more hiding, and we're not doing the project FC thing anymore. We're not like we're just getting players in their prime, getting man in their prime. Come in here, it's win now mode. We've already gone past. We've literally seen our best player literally grow up, and he's like a proper man now, and he's entering his prime. Now we need to get people to join him, and and start winning some shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. I think what's his comment?
Which one?
Neil Gunner said Zubimendi is gonna struggle with physicality. He's not gonna be straight. Well, okay. I'm gonna say something right now. That PSG game taught me that physicality bullshit is overrated as fuck. We got like PSG. They're not strong. They're not this physical tough team, and they beat every physical tough Premier League side back to back to back. It's a fallacy. It's a myth. The whole you only need physicality to win football games. PSG just beat us. They beat Aston Villa and they beat Liverpool. They're not that big. They're not that strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
they're fast. they have fast players, but they were bopping it around us, man. Like they bopped it around everyone. So
Yeah.
I think it's a fallacy. You don't need to be a brick shit house to survive in the Premier League. You just need a good coach, good technical players, a good system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for even for people that are saying, "Oh, but they don't come up against Everton's and all of this," but like they came up against Aston Villa, who are literally the definition of pace and power, bro.
Yeah.
These guys have freaking what's his name, Onana in the midfield, freaking doing a madness, bro.
Oh,
This guy is built like a brick shit house, and this
yeah,
guy is
bananas.
just slamming
Yeah.
people left and right, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you've got people there that are physical and they're still able to just pop it past them. So listen, maybe T check the group chat, you fraud. So maybe there isn't necessarily a need for the pace, for the power thing, for the physicality thing, because yeah, maybe it is a fallacy, to be honest. Maybe it is.
And the thing is, it's not like it's useless, but not every single player, man. We need different tools. You go into the toolbox, you have 6 hammers, bro. Like, come on. We need something else. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Bro, honestly.
We're not a mid-table team. We actually need to win games. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? Our physicality and pace and all that stuff helped us to like not lose. And that's why we drew so many goddamn games, but we can't pick a lock. We can't, you know, beat someone. We need we need some technicality in this team.
Yeah. No, 100%. And obviously Twisted saying, do you expect Zubimendi to be an instant success? No, I don't expect him to be an instant success. I expect
What's
it to
the
take a
success?
couple of games, but I think that's why I am happy that they're keeping Partey, because if he is struggling, at least he's got somebody there that can, do you know what I mean? That can give him assistance, give him like, say to him like, you're doing this too much or you're doing that too much. Partey understands the league at least. Yes, he may be an injury-prone player and his bones are made of biscuits, but bro, he's a seasoned vet in the Premier League, bro. He's been here for how many years now? Been about 6 years. Or was he 5 years? He came in when I think we signed him in the first transfer window under Arteta, I swear, is when we signed him. So he's been here for there or thereabouts 5 years. So do you know what I mean? Partey can definitely help him out, and having experienced defensive midfielder there, it's good for him to. He might not be an instant success. Of course, if he is an instant success, it's brilliant. But not every player is going to be an instant success. They're not just going to hit the ground running like that, bro. Like people
Man,
think
we have enough. Our team isn't like a new team. We have enough players around him, so where it would we survived Kai Havertz in the midfield. We survived Kai Havertz for
barely,
6
bro.
months in that midfield, and we ended up challenging. It was our best challenging season. Like if we can survive Kai Havertz in the midfield, you're not telling me that Zubimendi can't do a better job than that. I'm not hearing it. We had Marino in the midfield this season. He didn't do shit. The first time we had people cheering for Marino is when he literally came on as a striker. We didn't cheer for him once as a midfielder this season. So he can't be that bad. He can't be as bad as those two in the midfield.
Yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, the thing is for me, yeah, is that when it comes to having the team around him, that definitely helps him. It definitely helps him because you have, first of all, you have players who have come from Real Sociedad as well, in Mikel Merino, who can offer him assistance as well. Do you know what I mean? They have players like Martin Odegaard, who played in Real Sociedad also. So the transition, they can help him with the transition. I think learning English is going to be the main thing. I don't know if he can speak English,
Half
but
the team
learning
speaks
English.
Spanish.
Do you speak Spanish?
I said half the team speaks Spanish.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, it's not even an issue, bro. Half the team speaks Spanish anyway, bro. The manager, the gaffer speaks Spanish, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I just listen. I think it's an amazing signing. Do you know what I mean? I think he's definitely going to help us and improve us in that midfield. But the main thing we need to be focusing on now that we've got this out of the way, we need to be focusing on the attack.
Yeah.
Because that is the place where we're bleeding, bro. That's where the open wound is, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's where we're having the most problems, is in the attack, bro. It's
man.
way too weak.
I just keep hearing stories about them wanting 2 strikers, which is I hope is true. I keep seeing that pop up. Have you been seeing that? I hope it's true.
I was seeing a thing about the situation with Gyökeres, but then I'm also seeing something about us trying to get Liam Delap.
Yeah, it's like they want Gyökeres. Well, I think Berta is pushing for this, but I'm not sure if he's going to get it. But we knew before Berta even came to the club that this guy signs strikers. At least that's what I was hearing. This guy, he always signs strikers. So if he's pushing the idea that we need to, I'm not surprised. I'm just confused because we still have Kai Havertz, but that we need to get the main striker down first before we start talking about.
But the thing is, if we do, let's say for instance, if we got Victor Gyökeres and we got Liam Delap, I'm happy with that, bro. Because Victor Gyökeres can come in.
We still need a left wing and stuff though.
No. That's the thing though. You can do the thing if you want to get 2 strikers, but don't try bring us 2 strikers and forget about left wingers and bring us like people on the left and on the right. Do you know what I mean? Because that attack is still not finished just with 2 signings and you bring us 2 strikers. That's not, the attack is not finished
unless Kai Havertz left wing.
I know, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. T, my brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, ya habibi.
Bro, I had a long night, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap now that I have the chance. I know that I have.
Were you watching the NBA?
Yeah, I was, bro.
Yeah, dude. That was a good game.
Bro, 6 a.m, bro.
Unlike me, I'm sitting here perfectly fine to wait until the game later between the Celtics and the Knicks, which I'm gonna watch at 8:30. Calm, relax.
Yeah, Knicks in 5. Anyway, but
Knicks is gonna save in basketball, bro.
Okay, CR frauds. Okay, that's all I have to say. The actual fraud. I don't think they scored 1 point in the overtime.
Dude, that was horrible. From like 5 minutes, it's almost like they just didn't score from 5 minutes down. Crazy.
I literally stayed up till 6 a.m. to fucking watch Jokic smack these guys up. You know what I'm saying, in overtime, bro. I'm sick to my stomach. Yeah, but anyway, back to good news. Yeah, back to good news. Zooby dooby doo, where are you? We got some words to do.
By the way, hold on, just to carry on from that, just to carry on from that quickly.
And Zubimendi, you have earned an enemy forever. I will be watching Sociedad games praying on your downfall, you fucking emotional wreck, you fucking pussy. You're not even a man. You should give up your chromosomes. You're not even a man. You should go get a sex change because you're not a man. You're a pussy. Spent this whole time fucking gaslighting us all to thinking, oh, I'm going to miss the mountains of San Sebastian. Fuck Real Sociedad. I hope Real Sociedad lose every single game. I hope Real Sociedad get relegated. I hope Martin Zubimendi gets fucked in his career and they transfer him to Elche in the 3rd fucking division of Spain. I hope they never select him in the Spanish top team. I hope every single plate of food that he orders in his fucking city has a bug on it.
Well, I will make sure his plates have no bug on it. You know what I'm saying? I will make sure of that. You know what I'm saying?
I would double check the plates. I would double check the plates before you eat. I'll be like, hold on. Yeah, you're good. Eat, man. Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, and he is a man. Okay, we also proved that he is a man. There you are. Anyway, Zubimendi.
Hold on, T. I guess that means that Hassan is now going to be hate watching on Arsenal games now.
Yeah, dude. If
gonna transition.
Zubimendi scores against Liverpool,
gonna
it's going to be
transition.
mad.
I mean, he's already been doing that though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but now it's going to be extra because it's
In an
Zubimendi.
Arsenal shirt, bro?
I mean, he's going to be watching it, bro. He's going to be hating on him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you know how Hussam is the type of guy that when someone says one thing to him, he suddenly hates that whole team and cusses them the whole day. You know what I'm saying? That will still continue. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is I'm ecstatic, bro. You know how I feel about Zubimendi. I wanted this guy before we bought Merino. I was like, he is the midfielder that we should buy from Sociedad, and now we
Oh.
bought two. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy with that. Big up Sociedad for literally selling us their whole midfield almost. Literally two of three parts. And then outside this Zubimendi news, you know, I'm not even gonna go whole shameless and say, ha, he rejected Liverpool for us, bro. Yeah? And you know what's funny? People said, oh, the city doesn't matter. You know, living in Liverpool is not that bad. Okay, shut up. Nobody wants to live in Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're from South Sebastian. Okay. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there. That was just a small little jab, Liverpool fans. I'm not gonna go whole full shameless. Okay. But then I've heard another news, and that's that we bid 75 M's for Mr. Glock himself.
Yes.
Bro.
That is, yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, this is like Berta. Hey, this guy, he's doing business.
Yes.
He ain't fucking around, man. None of this dilly dallying. None of this. I'm gonna wait, 3 weeks to give you a $5 million increase on the bid. But getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, I'm not sure.
Most beautiful. It's early. We're getting it done early. We never get shit done early. Outside of Havertz, we never get shit done early.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Havertz was so quick. But anyway, let's not bring down the vibes.
Yeah. Bun that, bro. Oh, we got Zubi, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sad, wake up, bro. What are you doing, man? We got Zubimendi, bro. Martin Zubimendi, bro.
IT, you know what? Yeah, deep inside, pause. There's still a part of me that's like I need to see him hold the shirt first before I can like fully get gassed.
Yeah,
bro, we got the zero. We go. If it goes bad from this, Fabrizio's finished. End his career. End.
Fabrizio's finished. If it goes bad from here, he's finished, bro. Like you can't believe anything he says.
We will send the top gooners to him, you know.
I'll send them to his house, mate. You have top gooners at your house, mate. We can track planes, mate. You can't hide from us, mate.
Yeah, bro. I'm so happy, bro. That was like the best news I could wake up to. Is literally a new midfielder. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy with that. We're doing things that other teams need to do, which is buy a fucking DM. Bro.
Yeah.
It's actually so crazy if you deep it, bro.
No, bro. I said I've never seen T this happy, bro.
Bro, you know what it is? I took a nap. I'm well rested, and I woke up to some amazing news, and I ordered some food, and I'm waiting for my food, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Denzel,
that's the vibe for us today, Denzel.
Just wait until the day that Arda Güler just randomly gets to hear we go to Arda Güler.
Oh, dude, don't let's calm down.
T will start screaming, bro. He'll probably come on shirtless on the stream, just going like going crazy.
Arda Güler's a proper baller, bro.
Like it'll be mad.
I would like instantly buy every merch that we sell. You know what I'm saying? And that means
with Arda's name on it.
Bro, Arda Güler, like every shirt with Arda on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give him the number 10 and Ban Ødegaard 10. You know what I'm saying? If you get
to be honest, that's how I feel about Rodrigo. Honestly, how you feel about Arda Güler is how I feel about Rodrigo. Like if we get Rodrigo, I'd probably die happy, man. To be honest,
I'm hoping so badly that those conversations go wrong.
Would you swap Saliba for Rodrigo?
Nah, I wouldn't do that though. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Because that's been doing rounds.
Nah, fuck like man that. Like I wouldn't. I'm not gonna gut the shit that we already have to try and take a punt. Even though it's not much of a punt, even though Rodrigo is really good, like we can get another left wing. You know, what center back can we get to like be Saliba? It ain't happening.
No one.
Because the thing is, think about it like this. Like all we have to do is upgrade on Trossard and Martinelli to improve that left wing. That's it, which isn't that hard. But to kind of get an equal or something better than Saliba, it's actually going to take a lot more effort.
Difficult,
So,
bro.
you know what I mean?
Impossible.
So, in terms of that exchange, is just not in our favor. It's like we can get someone else. We can get another left winger, and it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
don't know
think
what this-
Rodrigo would be so happy if he could play left wing again, because this
Yeah.
guy's playing right wing, and I don't think he enjoys that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what this means. I can only assume it's Turkish.
That means Afidelsson means have a nice dinner, but it just means if you eat, it means enjoy it.
Ah, okay. We got to you twisted.
Yeah, we are eating, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I need to learn
Yeah.
Turkish.
We don't eat bugs around here. Shoo
Exactly, mate.
shoo, bro.
It's actually
You
been
know
a
what I'm saying?
It's actually been a 1-2-3 punch, because it's like we get the Zubimendi news, we get the Eucharist news, and then we're getting like Saliba. They're just trying to start to talk about renewing Saliba's contract, which, to be honest, I'm more excited about that than all three, because we need Saliba to sign that new contract, bro. Like we need him.
Speaking of that,
It almost looks like we are moving like a proper club again, bro.
That's
a big
crazy.
club, bro.
Bro, so does that mean getting a proper sporting director gets shit done? Wow! I didn't know
man.
this, bro. I thought Mertesacker would be enough. You know what I'm saying, bro?
He is too funny. Man said, wow, so you get a proper sporting director and shit actually gets done.
Yeah,
Shit
bro.
actually gets over the line.
It's like a whole new world, bro. It's like a whole new world.
Bro.
Exactly, bro.
This is like, bro, this is do you know what I mean? It's breaking my mind, bro. It's
Mind blowing.
it's mind blowing. That's the word that I was looking for, bro. It's mind blowing stuff, bro. Mind blowing stuff, bro. But speaking of that, let's go on to that before we discuss obviously Yokeres and all of this stuff. Saliba, obviously the whole Real Madrid things going on. We've got news now from David Ornstein that they are in talks with Saliba's camp. To basically they're gonna round up, see whereabouts they are in regards to figures and what they want. Of course, he said. Actually, let me get to the David Ornstein. Let me just read the tweet verbatim what he said, Ornstein. Yeah, because do you know what I mean? Like, why am I sitting here? Why am I sitting here and just trying to create stuff, bro? Let me just read the tweet to you. Yeah, let me just read the tweet to you. So yesterday we got news. We heard wind. We got wind that caught wind that there's a certain talks ongoing now from David Ornstein. Ornstein has said Arsenal have opened talks over a new contract for William Saliba. No offer yet, but expected soon as dialogue ramps up between Andrea Berta and the 24-year-old's camp. French defender. Happy at Arsenal, but we want terms reflecting his status amid the Real Madrid pursuit.
Yeah, just pay the man.
That's completely fair, bro. I think that's completely fair.
Just pay the man.
He's just simply saying, Real Madrid want me. Big clubs will. If I say I'm leaving, do you know the line that I'm gonna have of clubs that want to sign me and they'll offer me anything? They'll offer me signing bonus. They'll offer me this. They'll offer me that. They'll offer me freaking hundreds of thousands a week, bro. And I'm at your club. Pay me as the number one star because that's what I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
give him Van Dijk money. Literally.
Yeah, bro.
And it's not even me saying, oh, Saliba is just as good as Van Dijk. It's me saying, if we want to keep this guy, we need to pay him the big bucks. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple, bro.
Yeah. Because you're not getting another one.
By the way, Ali A in the chat, bro, you call us Netflix FC, but Netflix FC is buying your targets, bro. So where do we go from here, brother? Hey!
Hold that, man. Hold that to Ali A and all of the Liverpool fans, man. Do you know what I mean? Except for Aaron. Big up to Aaron, of course, and FK. I ain't seen FK in ages, man. Where is FK, man? Where did she go, man? She just left us, bro. Do you know what I mean?
She's busy.
She's a fraud.
Zubi wasn't our target. That's cap.
Bro, your fan base was not only twerking, they were making music videos of twerks with Kivior's wife when you heard the name Zubimendi, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's not do this, Elie, you fraud. There you are.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at what Alié is telling himself to try and make himself feel
We
better.
moved away from Zubi. We want better.
What?
Yes, Endo was the better player.
This is like your girlfriend breaking up with you, and are like, well, actually, I wanted.
I didn't
better.
want.
I didn't want her, so I actually moved away from the girl. Do you know what I mean? It was actually me who broke up with her rather than her breaking up with me. Actually, stop telling yourself what you think will make you feel better, brother.
Yeah, why are you so rattled? You won the league. It's okay, dude.
Exactly,
right.
you won the league. Why are you screaming? This guy's doing capital letters and all of this, bro.
Dude,
why are you coming fast?
Why are you going fast? Is my head bleeding? Oh,
don't go anywhere.
that guy is the funniest guy ever. I swear, man. That clip, I need to get that clip and then.
Bro said Baleba is better, bro. You've lost your mind, bro.
Baleba.
You didn't even know who Baleba was like a few months ago, bro. What are we doing here, bro?
These men are doing Chelsea takes, bro. For their
is this a Sam's burner account?
No,
it actually is a
main Liverpool troll, bro. This is the main.
This Alié guy is. Do you know what I mean? He's always here, bro. He's always here. Bro.
Yeah, look. Zubi will flop.
That's copium. That's
bro. That's also a big pause. Zubi flopping, bro. Whoa. Chill. Whoa. We're not doing things around here like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
Zubi means something in Arabic, you know what I'm saying? Just
oh yeah, that's what I was there for a Hassam stream and he was like there's a whole thing, yeah. Yeah.
Neil, 100%. Listen, obviously Neil says we all knew this moment was coming with Saliba. It's gonna be tough. Him and Saka only signed 3-year deals. We're gonna have to give the Saliba the bag. Yeah, listen, 100%
with the fries in it.
And yeah, and
all the big clubs do it, dude. All the big clubs pay their players.
Yeah, Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, Rice. These players deserve big deals, bro. These players deserve big deals because they're the heartbeat of our team, bro. They're the spine of our team, bro. So they deserve these big, massive contracts. You know what I mean? Because they're continuously showing that they can be consistent. Do you know what I mean? They can be consistent. They can perform at a consistent level. Yeah. Saliba this season has made some stupid mistakes, but I'll be real. For the other 2 years that he's been here, bro, he's been spotless, bro. Not a mistake in him, bro. Not a mistake in him, bro. So
and by the way, Saliba's having a bad season. It's still like a better. Like as an overall center back, it's still better than almost everyone else. Like Saliba's lows on like most players' highs. You know what I'm saying? So I just pay the man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No. And his last stage tackles, you know what I'm saying? Imagine a play
it's
one-on-one. His slide tackles is always
so clean
when he does that. At the end of the day, it's very simple. We know this guy wants to join Real Madrid at some point. Just give him a big contract, big salary. 4 plus 1 year, maybe 5 years. You know what I'm saying? At least hold on to him until you know that when this contract is over, he will be 30. You know what I'm saying? And if he's 30, that means that if Real Madrid want him in his prime years, they need to actually buy him. You know what I'm saying? That's the scenario that we want to create. So give him a big contract, some nice years on it, and if Real Madrid want him, hey. 100 M's, brother. It's just that simple, bro. Allah, you cannot get it for free like Trent, bro.
It needs to be a 5 or 6 year plus one. Just
You're not gonna get a 6+1. We're not Chelsea. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do death row contracts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna get that. What I was gonna say is to be honest with you, like if we actually start winning some shit, maybe he doesn't leave. I don't know. Because we don't even know what that's like. You know what I mean? We don't even know what it's like to like win like league titles in a row and shit. So I don't know, but I forgot what I was gonna say after that.
Nah, it's all good, bro. But
just enjoy the moment. You know
I think we're all caught by surprise because we don't really know how to act now because we just ain't used to seeing this.
And it's
So
like not just
Isn't
one
that
thing.
typical Arsenal though? Isn't that typical Arsenal side? Like fucking every shit up and then coming with the best news ever. Hey, we're getting a new player, guys! Yay! You know, what I'm saying? Bro. It's like the best. What was that word again? Something tactic. Distraction tactic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
They're
yeah,
distracting us with this, bro. But hey, I'll take it,
yeah.
I guess. You know what I'm saying?
To be
I have
honest, during
nothing
that
against it.
January transfer window, we didn't even get distraction tactics. It was literally just doom and gloom. We got
Yeah,
Yes.
bro.
nothing.
Yes, exactly, bro.
Arteta shaking his nyash live in press conferences for freaking attackers, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's just
And the funny part is we were going for Sesko, and now Liverpool are going for Sesko, and if they want him, they need to pay 90 million, brother.
Yeah, they're smoking.
And if they do that,
Leipzig,
bro, big up
Leipzig,
Michael Edwards.
guys. What are we
Leip-
saying if we somehow get Isak this summer? What would
Dude,
we
I'm,
actually say?
I'm not
I
thinking about
can't
Isak.
lie. I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd lose my mind, bro.
No, I don't think we're getting Isak. I think we're more likely to get 2 strikers than get Isak. To be honest,
Mm.
getting 2 strikers is going to be cheaper than getting Isak. Think about that.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. Yeah.
Yeah, actually is. You know what would be the perfect scenario, in my opinion, numbers wise, is Gyökeres and Delap on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Put Delap in cup games, interchange him with Gyökeres from time to
Yeah.
time when you need to sub Gyökeres. He's like 30 M's, easy money. He's young. He can improve under someone like Gyökeres. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Being his understudy. So
Yeah.
The thing is,
at
what
the end
I
of the
don't
day, it would be the perfect scenario to bring
But
him.
hold on. It's not even just quickly, Cal, because I know you're gonna come in.
Yeah.
It's not even just. I wouldn't even just go for Liam Delap. Even if you wanted to go for someone else, do you know that Stranson from Wolves? That striker that they've got, bro. He looks good, bro. He looks very, very good, man. As like a backup,
Strand Larson.
Strand Larson. Sorry, that's it. Sorry, guys, my bad. I mean, but big up to him. I think he's Swedish as well, isn't he?
He is Norwegian, and he is
Strand
a
Larson.
striker, right wing and left wing. It says he is 25 years old, and he is a loan from Celta de Vigo. So he could actually,
25.
yeah, he is 25 years old. He is 20. He's worth 27 million, and he is a Celta de Vigo player. And his season that he's having in the Prem is 13 goals, 2 assists in 32 games. And no cup goals, only 1 assist in the Carabao Cup.
I'd bring him in as a backup, man. I'll bring him in as a little
No,
backup.
he's
just
25. He
to-
doesn't want to be no backup, bro. Like, come
No,
on.
no. But I think at the top level, from going from Celta Vigo to playing in Wolves to then playing at Arsenal, even as a backup, coming in like you'd come in Champions League games, maybe you can get minutes here and there, like at the top level, bro. Like there's still for him, 25, still a youngster, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
not a
don't know, man.
youngster, but I
You're
don't
not a
think he's
youngster.
good.
I like, even if he was decent, I still think if the club were to get 2 strikers, they definitely would get a younger one for a backup.
How old is Liam Delap?
Like
Is he 19, 20?
22?
He's 22, yeah. It's 22. Yeah.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is this whole double striker thing is weird to me because then what's happening to Kai Havertz?
No, they already said they're gonna move him back into midfield, unfortunately.
No.
Bro, I don't
no.
understand what these guys see in that, bro. Berta
Dude.
needs to watch film and just say to Arteta, bro, no, we're not gonna do that. Play him left back, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Unless that's a trap to squeeze him out the team. Because
yeah,
he's not starting. He's not starting in that midfield.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he won't get any minutes starting. Maybe in cup games.
So that means
But then cups are khalas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that means if he's not going to be off the bench in the striking position, and Arteta don't really change the midfield that much during games anyway. So
yeah, bro.
he's
And
kinda...
this also means Rice is 100% going to be our number 8. No number 6.
Oh yeah. And he's
shit's
definitely, or he might play him in the 10. He might try that. He's gonna
this guy started
put
his
Havertz
career
in the
as
10.
center back, yeah. Bro, imagine him going to number 10 from center.
Oh no, not Rice. He's gonna play Havertz in the 10.
Oh, Havertz in the 10. Oh god, bro, that's
He's gonna play him in the 10.
We lost the league last year because he played Havertz in the midfield, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
know what I'm saying?
By the way,
he does-
guys,
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia, yeah. Apparently, Arsenal passed on signing Kvaratskhelia 4 years ago, as there was a divided opinion on his potential.
Nice.
Former scout Thomas Peszesny, I think it is Peszesny, has revealed that he was scouted at a tournament, but the Gunners decided to sign Marquinhos instead of him.
No way!
Guys, I'm telling you, bro.
Wow!
If I tell you how I'm feeling after reading that, bro, that I signed Marquinhos instead of Kvici
Bro,
Kvaratskhelia.
that's Edu. That's literally Edu, bro.
Edu's talent ID is dog shit.
And then Igal comes. I just see the first comment. Igal rage bait. Igal, man. I
Rage
beg,
bait.
bro. It's not rage bait, bro. This is just facts.
Bro,
That's not even rage bait. That's just
the king
funny.
rage baiter is saying that other people are rage baiting, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
Nah, that's not even
Edu,
rage bait. That's just funny. That's just funny to hear.
yeah, Edu, bro, he can hold that. He's a fraud, and I hope he sinks Nottingham Forest, bro, and shows people.
I mean,
the
they've
true
already
nature.
started sinking. He's cursed, bro. They
He
might
did.
even make top 4.
But I hope so. I
You know
hope
what,
so.
Essie? I can't lie. The source is a bit. It's Jordan Davies. Do you know what I mean? He writes for the Sun, so there is always that.
Yeah, I
But
think that could be rage bait then. It could be. You know what I'm saying?
he writes for the Sun. Do you know what I mean? Anything that
Pass
comes
on
out of the Sun,
Kvaratskhelia for Marquinhos. That's
Bro,
hilarious.
that's
anything
like
that comes
the
out of the Sun,
that's
just-
like a whole different spectrum we're talking about here. From Kvara to Marquinhos, a guy that was free and we paid 2 million anyway. We were like, "Khalas, here, have 2 mil." You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's insane to me, Allah. And the fact that you know what this reminds me of? Ibra, Cristiano Ronaldo, back in the day when we missed out on them as well. You know what I'm saying? Or when we sold Gnabry because we didn't saw the potential, and he ended up winning leagues at fucking Bayern München. You know what I'm saying? Actually,
We passed up on Ronaldo.
yeah, we passed up on Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah,
What?
yeah. Did
I
you
didn't know that.
notice? Wenger did pass on him back in the day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Ibra, the same. You know what I'm saying? We had some
What?
chances.
You
And
mean
we didn't take-
Ibrahimovic?
Ibrahimovic, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What?
bro. Where Ibrahimovic has a picture with an Arsenal shirt. He went there, but Arsene Wenger wants to give him a trial, and he was like, "I don't do trials." You know how Zlatan is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't do trials.
he
And,
didn't want a trial. He wanted to just be in. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is like, I actually don't really blame him for that one. That's kind of mad. You coming into the Arsenal Football Club, no trial. Was he like a kid?
Yeah,
I think that
was
was
like his pre-Ajax days, right? Assad?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Listen, that's Zlatan. Zlatan's Zlatan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zlatan is Zlatan.
That's different though.
Zlatan is just nuts. Do you know what I mean? He could just do whatever he wants. Now that he's proved it in the football pitch, like he could just do whatever he wants with the career that he's had. Like, do you know what I mean? He's just that guy. So, big up to Zlatan.
Yeah, but I think if we get these doubles two strikers, I think Havertz gets squeezed out the team systematically. I think Berta's been watching these games for a reason, man. He's looking at these games and
Systematic racism.
he's making some changes.
Systematic racism. Just get him out, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding, guys. But what I was saying, I wanted to say something, but I forgot, bro. Wallah. I just want to make that joke, and I forgot my serious point now. Fuck. Okay. Never mind. Alright.
About attackers.
Oh yeah. How many pounds is 75 million, Sad?
How many pounds is 75 mil?
Yeah, 75 million euros.
75 million euros is probably around 60 something million pounds. 62 or 63.
You realize, yeah, that we are buying Gyökeres with Sesko money. Yeah?
Yeah.
But that's actually sick if you deep it, bro. Allah. And now they want 90 for Sesko as well, bro. It's actually this.
Nah, Leipzig is like taking a piss. That they don't really mean that. Like Sesko's stock has actually dropped, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was having arguments with
The
people.
Bundesliga.
arguments with people telling me that Sesko.
Join on the link, you fraud. Join on the link. Go on to the Gooner Lounge podcast. Go on to the Gooner Lounge freaking group chat. Click on the link and join now. Join now, because I need to talk to you, bro. I need to talk to you. Join now. You fraud, bro. This guy.
I mean, what does this guy want us to do, bro? Yes, we don't want Arteta, but do you want us to sit there in a fetal position, accept everything that comes towards us, bro? You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna happy about transfers because this guy's joining the club, not Arteta. He's not gonna live at Arteta's house.
That's the whole point. This is what I was saying, man. I'm not happy for Arteta. I'm happy because Berta's here and he's making signings and he's gonna be here when Arteta fucks off. You know what I'm saying? And these players are gonna be here. We're building something here, man.
Exactly. I can't. Who's also going to be here when he's gone? Zubimendi. There you are.
You know, I can't just be upset when the club's doing what I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Yes.
By the way, Mike Rec. Oh no, he's a Sociedad.
Bro, I think you got trolled, bro. What's that for name, bro?
It's Mikrec. But
yeah,
he's apparently the top journalist for anything Real Sociedad, and
sounds like Mike Crack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
see?
There you are. He said Martin Zubimendi will leave Real Sociedad and play for Arsenal. The London club will pay the clause of 60 million, and the footballer will have a much higher token than the one he receives at Real. A much higher pay than the one that he receives at Real Sociedad. A shame, another giant leaves us. So it looks like their end. They're already like. By the way, the fraud is here. Sky, bro.
Yo.
Yalla, تكلم, yalla. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, yo. I've got a fever and I'm proper ill, so. But yeah, I had to come on.
So Arteta is being backed on a big looking project. Are the board to blame for backing the manager? What you guys?
So to elaborate,
what is this bullshit?
To elaborate to the people that are watching that maybe aren't privy to the background, I am obviously in a big group of individuals, and 99% probably of the people in this group are heavily on wanting Arteta gone. So obviously I'm the bad guy in the group, obviously, because I'm the guy backing him still for one more season.
Back Arteta?
For one more season, I do. Yes, for one more season. Not for the long-term project. But here's where my point still stands for what I just said right now, is that ultimately, if you want the manager gone, which I obviously I don't know you, brother, but I'm assuming you follow the same opinion of the other two. But you all want the manager gone, right? So the manager's now being backed by the board, which looks like a big project. You're talking about nearly 200 million, probably more. So are you guys going to come out now and say that you're disgusted by the news that you're hearing today because you think that this money should be given to another manager? The board are backing the wrong man.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Because these are targets that we wanted anyway. I know.
No. But
you know what it is? Not everything revolves around Arteta, bro. At the end of the day,
that's the problem.
When he leaves, we're still gonna play these players, bro. It's just that
simple.
But
TK, we were linked to these players before Berta came in. So these are Arteta players. Arteta's
no. If that was the case, we would have made a bid to Sesko instead of Gyökeres.
No, but we were linked with them before Berta came in. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I tell you why? Souls, can I tell you why? We know that Andrea Berta is given the clear to continue going on with this guy.
He has. But I mean, we were linked with these players before he came into the club.
That's perfectly fine. But we're gonna see a Victor Gyökeres possibly come in who isn't an Arteta player. I'm hoping that we can. Now I actually want. Although I wasn't all on board by it, to be honest, that much, I actually want to see Rafael Leao come in on that left side. Let's see how he handles a player who won't track back. Let's see how he handles a player that won't track back.
Sorry,
that will stay forward and will say, "Bro, give me the ball."
Yeah, poacher. Just let him stay there and poach goals.
The thing is, on your point. Wait, just hold on. On your point, on should people who are Arteta out be upset because he's being quote unquote backed by the club? It's not about Arteta being backed by the club. Whether Arteta's in or out, Arsenal Football Club, the team, the squad has holes that needs to be fixed up for whoever it is. And we need
But
quality players.
Wait, sorry, but what's your name?
Whether Arteta's here or not.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I was the first one to say months ago that 4 of our 5 attackers need to be sold. So I agree
Yeah.
that we need reinforcements. The point that I'm making is this. Every manager comes in with a fresh pair of eyes, with fresh targets, and people that fit their system and the way they play. I don't follow the premise of let's sign these players anyway because we'll need them anyway for whoever's going to be there. That's not how football works. Every manager plays different style. Every manager likes different players. These players were linked with before anyone even knew Berto was even linked with the club. Before everyone knew Edu was coming, these players were linked with Arsenal. Everyone knows Arteta wants Zubimendi. Everyone knows Arteta wants Gyökeres. These are Arteta players, Arteta targets. That Berto's coming in and making it happen. No. Berto's coming in.
Gyökeres not. It was Sesko. Don't be disingenuous.
Okay, they're similar profiles, bro. They're similar profiles.
No, they're not. One has 50 goals, the other has 12.
Okay, that's fine. But we were. Wait. See, again, I said similar profiles. I didn't say similar seasons or similar statistics. So I don't know why you're bringing up 50 and 12 goals.
Gyökeres has more goals in one season than Sesko has in his career, bro. What are we doing?
Okay. Put it this way. Before I even ever knew about Berta being linked with Arsenal at all, before I even knew anything, I already knew that in the summer we were either going to get one of Isak, Sesko, or Gyökeres. There's already everyone knew about.
that was the fans wanted Gyökeres. We were never linked to Gyökeres, dude. Like we were only linked to Sesko, and that's why we put a bid in for him. We didn't put a bid in for him last summer, but we were really close, and we basically did. The only reason we didn't get Sesko done in the summer was because he didn't want to be second fiddle to
And just so I'm clear, you guys would rather have Sesko over Gyökeres?
No, I'm saying this is a new target that Bert has brought in.
I agree with you.
The reason why we like Gyökeres and why we're happy that we went for him is because we know that Berta pushed for this guy. If it was up to Arteta, he would have pushed for Sesko.
No, maybe. No.
Zubimendi is just an overlap of ideas. He just works. Just because Arteta likes a player doesn't mean Berta has to hate him. You know what I'm saying?
No. I agree.
We've done the groundwork. And the same thing, like there's a lot of things that when Berta came in, there's a lot of links that I'm just not seeing anymore. Like the Juan Garcia, we were so hot on that guy, and I haven't really heard too much of him since Berta came in because of his price tag. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
I think
Berta's
we have
come in and stabilize things.
We've pivoted to new targets. Zubimendi just happened to be a target that I think works for everyone because he's genuine quality.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
and by the way,
what I'm saying is,
can I say one more thing as well?
Go on.
Zubimendi is not a wild target, and Arteta is not a genius for wanting him because Real Madrid wanted him. A lot of teams in the world can use him. Even Liverpool, the league champions, would, you know what I'm saying, do anything to get him right now.
And I'm not saying, and by the way, I'm not saying Arteta is a magician for being linked to these players. What I'm saying is, even if I don't rate any of these players, the point is that Arteta, for a manager that is struggling, or for a manager, look, here's the issue when it comes to Arteta, which is why I think, leave the fans out of it, where I think the discrepancy is between the club and the fans. Because usually when a manager's on the verge of leaving, or there's high stakes or high pressure, the club and the manager are really following the same premise. And unless you're Man United and you're going back to Ten Hag for a summer, when everyone knows you want him gone, you're actively searching for other managers. And then because you can't find one, you back him and then sack him anyway. The point is that a lot of the fans, and understandably so, want Arteta gone at the end of the season. The club are completely opposed to this narrative. They're very happy with Arteta, willing to back him, think he's the right man for the job. So there's a big discrepancy between the fans who follow it.
I don't think so. I think he's under pressure.
Maybe they just want to give him this one season like you do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they have the
but
same
you
thought
can't. But I'm sorry, but for me, you don't give a manager. I'm assuming he's going to be given over 200 million. He's going to be invested heavily in the market to go and buy the players that. And you guys can hear what you like. I think Arteta wants all these players. Berta's pushing it and making it happen. But these are Arteta and Berta signings that they're working on together.
Yeah, of course,
the point is, if a club is even 10% skeptical of a manager.
You know what frustrates me about you? You think that every player that is bought right now is only Arteta. And if we bring in another manager, we need to do a whole new rebuild. We need to
But
buy
I
a,
don't
a
think
lot
so.
new
No,
players.
but I
You
don't think
understand?
so. But I think
Bro,
Inzaghi. But I think you
Zubimendi
can't
and
bring in
Gyökeres
Inzaghi.
would play for everyone in the world right now,
Yes,
including
bro,
Real
I
Madrid, bro.
understand that. But if you brought in Inzaghi tomorrow, you can't,
He
bro.
would play them.
I know he would play them, and he'd play what he's been given, right? But what I'm saying is that you can't bring in a manager and just tell a manager, "Oh, we have a world class team now. You have to do what you can with these players," because he
We
might
just saw
say,
that happen. We literally saw that happen this
"No,
season
no, you're gonna
with
use what?
Slot.
Are you gonna use slot? You're gonna use again? I've debunked the slot argument so many times on stream. So stop comparing. Look, slot came in with the target for Slot was not to win a league this season. He came in with a world class team. I agree, but these are proven winners. He's had 8. I think there were 7 Champions League winners in that team. Right? Let's not compare a project. Just to let you know, guys. If we do sign Gyökeres, we sign a left back, we sign Zubimendi, and let's just say we sign Liao for what Sai just said. Even if we don't sign any of these players, even if we don't sign any of these 4 players, I still think Arteta's got 1 season to win a major honor, which is a champs or a prem. The point is that it'll be nice to hear from you guys because I'm sorry, I don't follow. I believe any manager that comes in needs to be able to fit his style, fit his system, and buy his own players that fit his system. I don't follow a premise that a manager can just come in and go, these are your players. You get no money. You have to win a prem or a champs with this squad.
Okay,
It's
this
not
is
how
the thing.
football
A
works.
few
This is
few
this
players, sure, but
this is the
not a
thing,
whole new
right?
team, bro.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like maybe if this was the last time like Arsenal were ever going to spend money in a transfer window ever, I'd be worried. But let's say we sign all these players, we sign like 5, 6 players, and Arteta doesn't win, and we get someone new. The new guy that comes in, he has all these players already, and he's gonna whatever tweaks that need to be made will be made. So he will get a summer. He will get a summer to fix
Who? Who's?
to pick some
Who?
players.
Who?
Whoever manager, whoever they
Yeah.
get, if they move on from Arteta.
Yeah.
Like if Arteta doesn't win at the end of next season and they sack him and they get someone else, that new manager will have whoever we sign this season and some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
to
will
defend, but to
he will
Also, you
get
defend,
need,
at least 1 or 2
yeah.
new signings.
and
And
No, I
if
also
agree.
he's
I
not
agree.
don't
But to
forget.
and I'm sorry, like legitimately, if you cannot take a team with the level of players that we have at our club, plus the ones that we're linked to, let's say we actually do get some like Eucharist and Zubimendi and these guys, if you cannot challenge and win with Zubimendi, Rice, Saka, like Saliba, Gabriel, like if you can't do that and you need to like gut the system to make shit work, you wait for us. And you're probably not an elite manager.
you already believe he ain't for us, so we don't need to go and ask that question.
I'm
The
talking
point.
about a new guy. I'm talking about the
Oh,
new
okay,
guy that we
okay,
get.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
okay.
and
saying.
and
I'm
also
saying if we
Okay.
shows
get rid
one
of
thing.
Arteta, the new guy has like I rate our players, man. Like
Yeah,
I rate
that's
like
where.
our core players, and I
No,
rate
no,
the people
that's
that we're getting
and and
in.
yeah.
and
Sorry,
also
Cal.
shows
Here's where we
don't
disagree.
forget, yeah, if we get a new manager, they will make sure that he fits the profile. They're
Well,
not
of
gonna
course.
buy a random Joe Schmo that just has a whole new system. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
I
happen,
know.
bro.
But the point is, guys, right? In football, your players are only as rated as the position where you finish. For example, Amarim's finished 16th now. Forget forget Europe, right? Let's just say his league and Amram's come out and said whatever we do in the Europa League has no impact on our season. Our season's shit as it is because the league is where you judge yourself over a long term season to judge your form. In United's team, where they finished this season, a lot of people are coming out and saying the players are shit. Well, why are the players shit? The players are shit because of where the players are finishing, right? And people now are, even though they're criticizing Amram, they're still saying the players are garbage. But these players, if they finish top 4 with the Brunos, the Diallos, Garnauchos, Hoyland 70 million, they got very expensive attack. They got maybe a subpar midfield, subpar defense. People only rate like where I disagree with you, Kyle, is that I think the team as it is, let's say the team that started against PSG, I don't think that team is anywhere near good enough to even be in the Champions League. Because I think that 11, as you saw it against PSG, forget the players that are injured, that 11 is not good enough.
I mean, it's not good enough to win, but it's definitely good enough to be in the Champions League. You kidding?
It's good enough to get to a semi-final, right? Because
it's not good enough to win, but that's why we're getting more players.
Wait. So just so I'm clear, you agree that the 11 that started against PSG had no business winning a Champions League?
I don't think they were going to win a Champions League. No.
Okay, well, why?
Why?
Because the team's not good enough, or because the manager's not good enough?
Both.
Okay.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? There are levels. Like it's not the team isn't all shit. The manager isn't all shit.
But the fans, I'm sorry, but the fans after PSG, I'm sorry, from what I saw internally and externally, there was no major criticism on the players. It was just all on the manager. It was all on why didn't you bring Nwaneri on? Why didn't you bring Sterling on? Why did you bring Ben White on?
The reason why it's not on the players because if you aren't good enough, you aren't good enough. To be honest, I don't think Inter's team should be winning a Champions League, but they might win the Champions League because of their manager.
Obviously,
so I can't blame.
Let's not ruin the vibes by talking about that Lego head fraud, bro. Let's talk about fun things. Let's talk about positive things. Okay. Gyökeres, we made a bit. Zubimendi, here we go. What an amazing day. Fuck Arteta. I don't want to think about him. I don't want to see his face today.
Sorry, TK, you're in a predicament. Look, here's what I'll let you guys speak now, right? I want to see this clear thing. I watched a small YouTube video, it was 10 minutes long, on some podcast. It just came up on my YouTube feed. I don't even know who. Dan Potts, big up Dan, he was doing like a video with Egal and a bunch of people, right? And Egal was coming out and saying, oh, Arteta's not to blame, and Arteta's done nothing, and it's all on this, and it's all on this. And I looked at that, and I started to understand what people like TK Sad and the rest of the, obviously some of them are idiots, that are saying about Arteta Glazers, right? Now, I disagreed with Egal completely. No, but I disagreed with Egal completely there, right? Because I was thinking, bro, you can't just say he's done nothing, the player's not good enough. I follow a realistic premise that Arteta's had a disappointing season. I just want to summarize this because I wasn't on any of the shows this past month. Arteta's had a disappointing season, horrific season. For us now to be in a top 4 race after a league title challenge and a Champions League run, I think it's horrific. We've been knocked out of every domestic competition, again, 5 years running. Okay, we're now challenging for top 4, 5 years into a project. But when Odegaard got injured for 3 months, Saka was injured for 3 months, I called it when Saka was injured back then that this season's going to go down. It's going to be a regression. It's probably going to be a deeper regression because I knew our team is not good enough as it is with all the injuries. When Saka was injured for 3 months, whatever. But I also said Arteta deserves major criticism for the tactical substitutions and the game styles that he's playing in these games. Bringing off Odegaard against Everton in the 60th minute, and bringing on Zinchenko. All of these horrific substitutions, I can agree. Where I have a realistic point of view is that I believe, and what I believe, by the way, is going to end up happening, whether all of you agree with it or not, which is that Arteta deserves the summer to go in, make some attacking reinforcements, which we're now seeing he's doing, or Alberto's doing, whoever you guys want to put it down to. But he deserves the summer to go and get some attacking reinforcements because our attack has lacks. Everyone knows our biggest gap in our team is our attack. Go and invest in our attack, buy some proper players. You get a year to go and win a major honour, a Champs or a Prem. If you don't win a Champs or a Prem next season, I want you gone from the club.
I mean, I think
Arteta Glazers are not following this premise. Arteta Glazers are. I've seen Arsenal fans that think I don't want to give him a new contract. They think he's the best coach, bro. At the end of the day,
they think he's gonna be the next Alex Ferguson. That he's gonna
take
exactly.
Like I don't follow that premise. I do think he's a brilliant coach. I do think he's a brilliant coach, and I think even if he leaves Arsenal, he will get a top job elsewhere because he's a brilliant coach. The point is that for Arsenal, I believe he gets a summer for the attacking reinforcement only because the injuries have been horrific this season and the regression. You cannot pinpoint regression in one way. Arteta is the blame for the regression. No, you blame a bunch of things. You blame
he's a part of it. You know
he's a part of it, correct.
He's definitely a big part of it.
He's one part of it. The injuries are another part of it. The recruitment is another part of it. And the recruitment is down to Arteta.
You know what frustrates me personally, Souls, when I see managers like Inzaghi change their whole system with scrubs like Mkhitaryan, Acerbi, Darmian, and go out and actually beat like the most beautiful playing football in a team in the world right now, and that's Barcelona. Some managers can do that with scrubs, and Arteta needs a perfect team to make this team score goals, let
I
alone
know, but
win
Arteta's not
trophies.
better than
And
Zaghi, TK.
and
Arteta's not
that's what
better.
I'm saying. This guy needs so much from us to actually has a half-end product, and we don't even know if he's gonna have end product at all. This is just a
I
shot in
agree.
the dark again, once again. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
No, it is. It
The
is.
thing
It is.
is,
No,
the
no,
thing
I
is,
agree with that point. I agree
yeah.
because even if Arteta signed all these players, I cannot confidently look you guys in the eye and say Arteta is going to win a Prem or Champs next year, even with these players, because
Bro, I don't know if
one, he
he's gonna
has
win a cup next season if
no,
he
exactly,
signs
because one, he
Mbappe.
hasn't got the experience. One, he hasn't got the experience in winning major trophies, which isn't everything, but it's a big thing. Two, then you ask me, have you seen anything of Arteta to tell you that he can win something? And that
Nah.
slight no. But I mean, I've seen him take teams that are subpar and challenge for big competitions. Like he took the team with Tomiyasu and Ramsdale with the season before Rice, and he challenged for a league title against, in my opinion, a super team, which was Man City at the time. So I've seen him take subpar teams and overachieve with them.
I
But
mean,
then I've
that team
also
was not
seen him.
subpar, to be fair.
No, but bro, it wasn't. Listen, everyone said that team should not have been challenging
I mean,
for the title.
Xhaka had an amazing year. He was playing
I know, but
good
the season,
football.
but the summer before, TK, the
We
summer
had a fit
before.
Jesus. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
That
I
was a
know,
good
but
team,
the
bro.
summer before, no, but TK, the summer before that, when we
Yeah,
signed
okay.
to
Our
Tomiyasu and
views on
Ramsdale, at the end of that season, okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
At the end of that season, everyone said, even all the commentators, they were saying this team is years away from challenging, even for top four. This team needs 2 free windows,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
even I
people
believed
were
it.
calling it people were trying to compare it to the Leicester season, which was kind
Yeah,
of dumb.
exactly.
But
But everybody was saying that we made the wrong signings. Tomiyasu and Ramsdale were nowhere near good enough. We signed subpar players and we're years away. And then we took that team and challenged for a league title. So I've seen him take us to 90%.
that's his level though. That's the thing.
No,
That's his
but
level.
but I'm saying but don't laugh at that level, because that level is not a bad level.
It's not
Yeah,
about
but it's a
laughing at his souls. It's not about
no.
laughing at it though.
I'm grateful.
We're just
We're
saying that,
Sad.
but there's a big
We're
difference between
laughable. I'm serious.
there's a big difference between there's a big difference, souls, between okay, that's a decent level to be able to challenge, yeah. But we need to go from being able to challenge to being able to freaking like get over the line, bro. And
I
this is the
agree. I'm with
problem.
you.
This is the problem for me. Like for me, this season, based on how it's gone, bro, Arteta has lost my trust. And the reason why is because, bro, like I can't have a manager who needs the perfect conditions for him to win. Like you should be able to win without the perfect conditions. You should be able to get something across the line, whether that be. Although me and you don't agree with, although me and you and I don't think anybody here would really be happy with an FA Cup or a League Cup, but
Not anymore.
still go ahead and get that. Do you know what I mean? Just to show.
Yeah,
would've-
but
The
where
thing
we
is,
disagree is
and
that
that's
yeah. Go on, Kyle.
I was saying, Assad on the football terrace said something, and it was basically the perfect summation as to why I personally don't trust Arteta, and it's the moments. It's like when he's able to coach like a decent season, and he's able to do like broad scale changes, but in key moments, he always kind of just falls on his face. I think it says a lot when we haven't won anything since the FA Cup, like not one cup competition. Like the teams entering all these cups, all these competitions every single season. We can't win one. We can't win a single one. And it's not like I that's the only thing I want is just for us to win a couple small trophies. I want the big goal is to win the majors. But like if the guy could actually pick up a couple cups, it would have proven to like
Yeah.
pretty much everyone that he deserves a chance to win the big ones. But if you're failing with most of us who are reasonable actually rate the team, we love the
Yeah, I know,
players, we rate the team.
I just don't believe, but I just don't believe, and this is why I disagree with Sad, and I've said this to him before. I don't believe it's a given to win anything, because I feel like you can have the
It's
best
not a
teams. There
given.
might be no, but I feel like some fans thought that we should have won the champs this year, right? And I don't follow the premise that you play in Madrid and a PSG with the team, with the 11 that you have, and you go, "Oh, you should have won this. Arteta should
No,
have
but
taken it over the line."
but nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying Arsenal should
No.
be guaranteed to
No,
win
but
anything.
Sad, but Sad,
At least
saying,
at least
Sad saying
convince
Arteta should
us.
have took us across the line against PSG. Why should he have?
Okay, listen.
PSG are a better
This
team.
He
manager
hasn't
wants
taken
A
us
way better
across
team.
the line against in anything. That's the
anything.
thing,
but
right?
There's no
PSG,
proof.
Kyle.
There is no proof in the pudding. This guy has no leg to stand on, personally, for me. And second of all, this guy wants to jump to step 4 while skipping step 1, 2, and 3, bro. You know what I'm saying? At least win step 1, 2, and 3 and give the players something to hold on to and something that they can go off of. Now we don't have anything to show for the last 5.5 years, and we want to straight up win a league and Champions League, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you win like a few cups in between? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. At least give the
Well,
players some hope
look,
and something.
that's a fair
He's
question.
put himself in a do or die situation.
but
That's
I know, but that's a fair question. I've criticized Arteta for his campaign, for his domestic campaign over the last 5 years. It's been horrific. Even though I don't rate any of these competitions, for me, it wouldn't have any impact on Arteta's job whether he won or didn't win an FA Cup or a League Cup. But the point is this: the point is Arteta. Sad saying, "Oh, Arteta should have took us across the line," and he's not the only one that said this. By the end of the day, no, you should have done nothing because, in my opinion, Arteta couldn't have coached a better. At the end of the day, PSG are just better than us. It's that simple. They're a better team. They have a better manager. They're having a better season, and they have a better squad. That simple. So you can't look at the PSG game and go, Arteta should have took us across the line. I knew we weren't the favourites for that game. Even when idiots like Ashraf were coming out and saying, we're slight favourites for the game. I don't matter. Even that stupidity that these
No, I
other
think
fans
I
come
have
out with.
Ash, bro.
No, I'm going for Ash because
You personally, you can't go for Ash because you proceed out of last night's stream. Yeah.
No, I was
So where do we
at
go
an
from
airport
here?
and I sent proof. I was at an airport, right? So I couldn't have joined. The
Guy
point
with
is,
proof,
and I
bro.
really and I was fuming, because I really wanted to join that stream, because when you have fans like that come out and spew nonsense like, oh, we're slight favourites against PSG because we have XYZ. PSG have more experience in knockout stage competition, better team, better manager, better squad, and having a better season. Ultimately, I always knew as a realistic fan, Arteta or no Arteta, you are not going to win that game. We could have won it, I agree, because we had chances. But let's be honest, guys. PSG had so many chances to put the game
I
to
don't
bed.
think
First
I
half,
think
first leg, second leg, they deserve to win. Arteta saying that we were the better team over 2 legs, bullshit. We was not, right? So the point I'm saying is there is no given to win these big competitions. I agree with TK. If TK is saying his domestic record overall, it's been horrific, and that's why I'm saying he gets here next season. If he wins nothing, he needs to go. But the point is, this is our first regress. This is our first season of regression since Arteta's taken over. It's a first season. Every season since he's come in, he's pushed us higher in the table, cleared out all the deadwood, invested in decent players, good players, to a point where you guys are happy with the squad we have, and you want another manager to come and take over. He's done a good job.
But I thought he didn't buy the players. I thought he was let down by the board. What happened there?
No, he wasn't. No. He bought
I mean,
Ramsdale. He bought
did he
Raya.
build this squad or did the board build this squad? I thought he didn't have any
He
say.
no, he built this squad. I've never said he didn't have any say.
So when the players function, we give him credit, but when the players play bad, it's the board didn't back him.
No. When the players play bad, no. When the players play bad,
You
the
slipped
team's
up
not
there,
good.
brother.
No, I haven't
You know what
slipped
I'm
up,
saying?
TK. No, TK, I haven't slipped up.
And
I'm saying when
I
the
thought you thought that these players were not good enough. What happened there, bro?
No. I'm telling you what it is, bro. The players are not good enough, and that's also on Arteta because he signed them. What I don't blame Arteta for is the injuries. The injuries, what I'm
I mean,
saying.
I blame him for the injuries.
Bro, Saka, we can blame it on him.
Yeah, I blame him for Saka and
I know
Havertz
we're gonna go back to overplaying him.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
had this discussion.
Yes.
And this is what I said. I want to move on from that Lego head. I do not want to talk about Arteta, bro.
Okay.
This is a transfer show.
Cool.
Yes.
For the future.
Yeah,
So
that's-
the only reason why I was saying this, because I haven't joined the stream. The point is this: now going into next season, we're linked with some big targets. We need to sign Gyökeres. We need to sign Zubimendi. We need to sign left winger, and in my opinion, we need to sign left back. We get 4 quality players in those positions, and if the board really want to make it a phenomenal window, like a window where we have to win a major honor next season, sign a backup to Saka as well.
So Souls,
If you
tell
can.
me, give me your thoughts then. Let's just get back to the transfer show part of it. Give me your thoughts on
I can
Zubimendi
smile
signing.
again. Back to
Yeah.
transfer news.
Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on Zubimendi. Give me your thoughts on apparently we put in a 75 million euro bid for Gyökeres. Give me your thoughts on these two signings, possibly.
Yeah, look, Zubimendi, quality player. I've watched him. I've watched him a lot. I think he's.
Watched him growing
I
up.
get. Again, I haven't watched him a lot. I haven't watched full seasons of him, but from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and what I've watched, I think he's a good profile. I think he's like a mini, not as good version as Rodri. I think he controls the midfield, very good tempo pace player. I think he's going to be an excellent addition to Arsenal. I thought he was coming in for Partey initially. If we can keep Partey alongside Zubimendi, I think it will be an excellent signing. Having Partey, Zubimendi, Odegaard, and Rice in midfield, I think will be excellent. I think it will be an unbelievable midfield, one of the best in the league. Okay. Gyökeres, happy. I never wanted Sesko. I'll be honest with you. I was worried about the Sesko signing because
Yeah, neither was I. I was not
Yeah,
big
thank God you did it.
yeah.
I was so happy when we pivoted away from Sesko,
Yeah,
bro.
because in my opinion, Sesko, one, he's not clinical enough. Two, he hasn't shown anything in terms of experience that he can even get, like that he can even perform in these big stages. Yes, he's scored some good goals and he's got a good profile in terms of attributes as a player. But if you want to go and now we're at nearly FC and we're at 90%, you want a player to come in and do a breakout and do a Haaland and go and score 30, 40 goals. Sesko's not that player. So I think Gyökeres is that player. And I even said if it's not Isak, it has to be Gyökeres. I've always said that. So I'm so happy we're linked to him. Whether we get him or not is a different story. If we're serious, we'll put the money down. We'll go and get him. I think we need a left. We need really a left back, 100%, and we need a.
Why do you want to left
Ben By the way, Ben Jacobs has confirmed that we are looking for a left back this summer. My thought process is they're gonna move Miles Lewis Skelly. But my thought process is they're trying to move Lewis Skelly. They don't want him to play at left back. They want him to be another person in that midfield. So you do have like that midfield is sorted.
You sure it's not going to just be
and Lewis Kelly's young. Lewis Kelly can have a season or two where he comes off the bench and stuff. Like it's not that big of a thing. The point is that
bring me Kirkas, bro. Another Liverpool target.
Hey! But then when you look at it, right? When you look at it, most fans, if you have Calafiori and Lewis Kelly and they both have an injury-free season, I don't think a left back should be a high priority because I think both of them are adequate enough. I'm
not sure about the left back. I think we need to focus on getting another number 10 as backup for Odegaard. Honestly, like if I be like number 10 is like the third thing on the list for me. Like after a striker, then it's left wing, and then it's the number 10 because it can't be if Odegaard doesn't play well, we die. You know, we literally have nothing.
Agreed.
And I don't know why, but Waneri isn't playing in the 10. It's not happening.
Agreed. And I think
my number one option for the 10 to come and play as a backup for, because at first I was looking at who can play as a backup for Erdegaard, and I was like, oh, Florian Wirtz can come in as like a backup, but he's gone.
Bro, are you joking?
I thought you was going to say Arda Güler. Unironically, yeah, Arda Güler would fit perfectly in this team.
Listen,
he would to come in as a 10.
Yeah, he would genuinely
to come in as a 10.
I rate Arda Güler highly.
Let's just raid Real Madrid.
No, listen. Here's my issue. Here's
with the young profile and all this, yeah.
No, but sad. The Odegaard problem is a big problem. I agree with Cal there 100% because the Odegaard problem is a sticky one because he's such a big name in our team and because we rely on him so much, right? When he plays bad, which he has been doing all season, it impacts the team tremendously. This is the big problem we have. When Odegaard's off form, I feel like the team just doesn't click. Right, it doesn't click the same. Right, we're having to force balls out wide. We're having to cross the ball in. That's why we became a Gabriel header FC team for half the season. The way we were getting our goals was not good enough. Odegaard was playing subpar. The creativity isn't there. He's not shooting. He's lacking confidence. He's a big issue. Now, the question becomes, what do you do with Odegaard's situation? Because in my opinion, he needs to have a good season next season. Because if he doesn't, we have to start looking at where do we want to go here. Because
I think the safest thing to do would just be get an extremely talented young backup.
That's fine, but that doesn't solve. But Cal, that doesn't solve the issue because The issue is if you buy someone just as good as him, let's say a Wirtz is going to come in and push Odegaard to the side.
Not
He will.
words. I'm like someone like
I know. But I mean, anyone you get who's young and up and coming is not going to be judged to the same regard as I want Odegaard to have next season, right? So Odegaard is the main player. Any player that comes in who's subpar, or let's say a backup, for a player to be a backup, it means he's not good enough, right? I don't follow the premise of, buy 2 world-class 10s and interchange them. It's not how football works, right? Players want to play football and players want to be a starting player. So let's say, for example, Bruno, he's at the end, let's say now he's linked to leave Man United. In a crazy world, it'll never happen. Let's say we sign Bruno. Bruno wouldn't come to Arsenal because if Bruno came, he'd say in the negotiations, I want to start every game over Odegaard because he feels he's just as good or if not better. The point is that it's up to Odegaard now to have a good season next season. If not, then we maybe have to look at should we go and look at a big number 10, right? Like a Wirtz or someone to come in and maybe replace Odegaard. Which again, for me, I'm not at a point which I'm saying, but I'm just saying like he needs to have a good season next season because when he doesn't click, the team doesn't click. But for now, I agree. Maybe get another 10 in. I think it's more important than the left back. I think a good window for me would be Wirtz. Would be Zubimendi. Would be Gyökeres. For the left wing position, it's really hard because I think for us to buy left winger, we have to sell either one of Martinelli or.
There's 3 names.
Trossard.
There's 3 names, by the way, in the thing that have been confirmed as the 3 names that they're looking for. The 3 names. The main one for them is Nico Williams. But
Wait, still on Nico?
Sorry,
we're still on Nico Williams.
Yeah, so the main one for them is Nico Williams. So the main one for them is Nico Williams. The second, so the if they can't get Nico Williams, the 2 other options, which have been brought forward by Berta, is Rafael Leao or Jamie Gittins. So those are the 3 options that we're looking at.
So that's the problem there.
Ashraf is screaming as we speak and jumping. You know what I'm saying? In the air.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he loves Gittins, bro. He's a big
Gittins fan. Yeah, look, I think the issue with those targets is when I look at our existing portfolio of left wingers, I look at those 3. The only one realistically that I think is better is probably Leao, and even him, there's been a lot of criticism on his season this season, and I think neither of those 3 targets I'm like wowed by, if I'm being honest with you, because I want a left winger to come in and dominate. Right, to be a proper I need a proper top left winger.
Like
and I
Rodrigo.
think, someone like that, someone that you know what I mean. I want to again, but it's hard because you have Martinelli and Trossard, right? Now I think you need to sell one of them. If you're going to keep one of them, you have to look at who's willing to sit on the bench. Trossard's more willing to come off as a backup. Is Martinelli happy to be a backup player for next season? Maybe not. The issue with our left wing position, guys, is that Arteta loves both players. This is the issue here, which is a criticism on a manager. He loves Martinelli and
no, he
Trossard.
doesn't. He tried to replace Martinelli with Mudryk.
I think he will bin Trossard when he has the chance and when he has a decent backup for Martinelli. Or
I think he'll bin. I think. See, I don't like the word backup for Martinelli. Martinelli cannot be our starting left winger.
No. I said it the other way around as well. I said if Martinelli becomes a backup for the new left winger.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
That's what I prefer.
But if I prefer. If I have to choose, I prefer Martinelli stays because I think he works harder off the ball, and I think he's. But again, Trossard is still probably to this day right now our best finisher, right? So we have to look at that as well.
Yeah, of course. But Trossard is like 31, 30. Martinelli is still like 24 or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I think
Martinelli can be the backup in games where we can need him. For example, Crystal Palace games, Cup games. Fulham games, you know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of games where you can play Martinelli and not overdo and play your new left winger like we did Saka. You know what I'm saying? It's always healthy to have a how should I say, competition within the squad, because back in the day we had that as well with Wiltor, we had that with Edu. Even though Edu never became a starter, he was there ready to go when one of our midfielders fell off. You know what I'm saying? At this moment, we don't have that with any of our players almost. Not any, but most of our players, like Saka, for example.
None of our key players have competition. None of them.
Yes, exactly. Martin Odegaard, you know what I'm saying? Because that could also play a big factor in why his form dipped, is because this guy is comfortable. He doesn't have anyone challenging him for his position. Arteta doesn't trust Nwaneri anymore. Because you said, oh, we can buy a very talented backup for Ødegaard. We already have that, but he doesn't play him anymore for some reason. You know what
He
I'm
doesn't
saying?
like him in the 10. I don't know why he
Yeah, it's
doesn't. He's
very
not playing him
weird.
in the
It's
10.
very weird. But it is a healthy thing to have competition within the squad. So yeah, for me, I would personally sell Trossard and keep Martinelli. And I like Trossard, that's my guy. But hey, bro, time's up.
I'm not sure why. Like, I'm pretty sure we could have started negotiations with Trossard and we just never got started. You know, like this has been no like murmurs of him signing a new contract, and I
Yeah.
thought it was almost confirmed that he was gonna leave this summer.
I think
Yeah.
he himself
Saudi,
is done.
innit?
I don't think
Saudi,
he
I
wants
think
to
he's
stay.
done.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I think
I don't
he's
think he's
done.
gonna be
And
here.
also, Saudi are in for him, bro. I think he's now gonna go and get the bag, bro. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
let him
Yeah,
go
bro.
get the bag because he like I know you said Trossard is happy to play on the bench. He's not happy to play on the bench.
No, he's
Like
not.
he always like has a bunch of attitude coming off the bench, and he scores a goal, celebrates, doesn't do anything for the next 3 games, and then he does it again. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame that we never won anything with him, but I don't think he's gonna be here. I really don't.
Yeah, you know,
Who, sorry?
with the Rodrigo, with the she's talking about Trossard. He said he's not gonna be here.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
and,
gonna
and,
be
I,
here.
and sorry, just add to that. I would actually, I would agree. I'd say if Martinelli's willing to sit on the bench, it's hard because he's 24 and he's moving towards his prime and he wants to have big seasons. I feel like Odegaard, I feel like Trossard's accepting of where he is. I feel like Martin still wants to thinks he wants to be a starting left winger. So that's why I think it's easier to sell Martinelli, right? If in terms of like, if you really want to like sign that big left winger, if you do sell Martinelli, you need to go for a top left winger. The problem is the market isn't great at the moment for left wingers, especially ones that are open to leave the clubs.
Also, you
Um,
don't. I also believe that you don't want your I don't think you should sign players that are happy to play off the bench. I don't think that works. You need to have bench players who believe that they can start, so they can.
Yes.
That's when they push hard. That's when they play. You know, we had the problem with like Reece
Nakano.
Nelson. Reece Nelson. I think Reece Nelson is actually really talented. I think he was just really happy to play off the bench, dude. Like he was, and he never pushed. He never pushed to do anything. So he never, you know. So you need talented guys who believe that they can start if they do a good job, so they can actually push. Because if you're happy to be off the bench, you're just gonna end up like El Neni. You know, you're just gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Mohamed El Sideways.
You know, with this Rodrigo thing, because I'm just looking at who we're in for. And Rodrigo, if he does end up wanting to leave, like he's gonna cost over 100 M's, bro.
we'll never
Pay
It's
go
money.
for
gonna be
Rodrigo.
100 M's, bro.
We'll
Just pay
never
the money,
get
man.
him.
Just
Nah,
pay the
we'll
money.
never get him. We'll never get him. That's unrealistic.
I think if we take into consideration, if we take into account what we're paying for Zubimendi, so that's 60 M's. Then we go into we get Gyökeres. Let's just say for instance, Gyökeres goes in for this price, 75, yeah. So already
These
together,
are euros, yeah?
but
That's yours.
Euros.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But in the euros, whatever, we can do it to pounds, whatever it is. But then you've got 100 M's that you're gonna put onto Rodrigo. That's like 245 or 235 million.
Yeah, that's like
Then
City's
you've got to get
January transfer window.
then you've got to get a goalkeeper that they want to probably get. Then they've got to try and get somebody that's got to be like next to the or with Ødegaard. Do you know what I mean? Somebody to play in that position. So it's just I don't know whether they're going to spend that much money.
Yeah,
I still
I
don't have
don't
enough
think.
trust
Yeah,
in this. I don't have
know.
enough trust in the board
You know what's
that
funny,
they're going to
Saad?
go that mad.
You know what's funny? You say now, oh, 245 million. That's a lot of money. You know, City spent this last January, yeah?
Yeah,
no,
but
it's a lot for us.
City,
Well, like,
City
you know
have
how
got the
funny that
Sheikh
is,
and
bro?
they've got City have got the Sheikh and they've got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I know what you're
agree.
saying,
we
but
have the American Sheikh, Kroenke, but he doesn't. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I agree, but I mean, you have to look at Arsenal's record and history, right? We're not big spenders.
I
Right?
mean,
We
our
usually
record
We
in
do it
paid
when
history
we're
says that we
105
don't get
million for
business
the
done
guy
this
on my
early.
picture.
So
no,
you know,
I know, but
usually
I mean, like, I mean, like, I definitely can't see Arteta getting 250 million.
So you guys are telling me that it is worth paying 105 million for Rice, but it's not worth 100 million
No, it's worth
to
it.
pay
That's
for Rodrigo?
that's an opportunity it's actually malpractice not to go in for that.
No.
You know?
Rodrigo for 100 million is 100% worth it. The
Yeah,
point is,
that it's
we won't do it.
malpractice to be needing a left wing as badly as we do. Rodrigo becomes available and we don't try to get him. That's malpractice.
No.
Especially
But
because
listen,
we made a profit last summer and we didn't sign anyone in January.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Yeah,
And you know
and
what it is,
we're
Souls?
making-
And
You
by
know
the
what it
way,
is?
we didn't sign anyone the January before that as well. So
True.
we
And we're
had
making
the
a
previous
lot of money as
January
well.
window, we signed no one. We made a profit in summer, and then we didn't sign anyone
Yeah,
in this January. They haven't spent
and we're making a lot of money.
You know what would have been the play, Souls? And this is what we talked about yesterday as well. The fact that we missed out on Kvaratskhelia for 65 million.
Yeah,
That would have been the perfect left winger for the perfect price. You know what I'm saying?
Just to
Dude,
let you know, I think
Kvaratskhelia
Kvaratskhelia for 65 million is an absolute steal. I think it's one of the best transfers that I've seen in the last 10 years. I think he's a £100 million player plus easily.
Dude, the things I see. Did you see that shot that hit the post? Like,
Yeah.
well,
No.
against us.
Yeah,
That was
I can't even tell you how highly I rate him. Like
this guy is nuts.
I think he's the best left winger in the world, comfortably. Like
You
comfortably.
know, Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia.
You know
Oh,
that
okay.
there was a petition to make him the logo for the freaking Liga
Leandro
because of
Trossard
like
Quality player. But guys, look, realistically, we need to be realistic. Rodrigo's worth it, and I think we should definitely go for him. But looking at Arsenal, we won't go for him. We won't spend 100 million on Rodrigo.
I mean, if we deep it, Rodrigo, Leao, Gittins, Nico Williams, these are some nice targets outside of Nico Williams. You know what it is? Nico Williams is just not a consistent league player. That's my biggest issue with him.
Nico Williams is not an upgrade on Martinelli, so I don't want.
He's a spicy dark-skinned Martinelli, bro.
Like, after I saw that game against Man United, bro, and I know people say to me, yeah, because people are like, oh, but don't judge him on one game. But I'm sorry, but if you play for Athletic Bilbao, you're in the Champions League, you're in the Europa League semi-final.
Yeah, not even the Champions
League. This is one of the biggest moments for your club because you could possibly get into the final of the Europa League and you could win a Europa League. And for him to drop a performance like that, where he didn't have the willingness to get onto the ball, bro, he didn't even call for it, bro. Like, if you're the star player, you'd be demanding the ball. His brother was demanding the ball. Inaki was demanding the ball. Nico was just like hiding, bro, and just in the corner. I don't know if this guy's the real deal, bro. I don't know
who was defending Nico Williams that game? Who was defending him?
Who was it? Dallo? Who
Maguire at right back, bruv. There you are.
Listen.
Wait, hold up. But how does Maguire hold up Nico if Nico's way faster than him? Maguire's slow as fuck. Like, how does he not
that's what I mean.
just drive past Maguire?
He didn't do shit. He was just there passing back.
But I'm sorry, even listen, look, Gittins and I'm gonna be harsh here. Gittins and Nico Williams are not upgrades on Martinelli. So for me,
I haven't seen Gittins is 20. You know what I'm saying? Gittins is 20
I know, but still,
and he just turned 20, bro.
Yeah, I know, but we don't want to use that argument when we don't win nothing next season, right? We don't want to say, oh, but he's 20. So we want someone that's gonna come in groundbreaking,
a real deal.
Yeah, we're a real deal.
Trust me, I would take Leao in a heartbeat.
But even
like him.
Like an actual threat on the left wing, guys.
I don't rate Leao, man. I just don't rate
I don't even know what that.
You know what it is, Souls? We have too many goody two-shoes in this team. Too many guys that track back. We need a guy that stays up front, just poaches goals like Salah does, bro.
I know, but Arteta won't. But TK, Arteta won't tell him to do that, though.
That's why my man can't get a game anymore.
Who?
You know, that's why when Neri can't get a game, he doesn't run around. You know what I'm saying? I think we want Leao. I don't think we get Leao. And if Arteta gets him, I'm not sure how Arteta's going to use him.
I don't know, man. It's hard. Look, the left wing market is hard, man, because when you think about it, like, who are the best left wingers in the world?
Kvaratskhelia would have been perfect. He does everything Arteta wants to.
Kvaratskhelia, Vinny, maybe Rodrigo if you play him on the left, even though he does play on the right. Again, like, Gittins, I don't know. The left wing is going to be really hard because if we sign Gittins or Nico Williams, I feel like we go into next season, even though with a bunch of decent left wingers, we don't go in with that star left winger that I think can win us a Champs or a Prem, which may mean we need to rely on it. But again, if we get Gyökeres and we have Saka and maybe we sign a backup to a 10, Zubimendi with the midfield we have, I still feel like it's good. But our biggest problem, guys, we have to look at the creativity side. When Odegaard is not on form, which he hasn't been, our creativity lacks so much. So much. That's why we either need to get a star left winger or we need to get a very good backup, because we're all just hoping that Odegaard goes into next season a different animal and,
You know, the
and does something
arguments
crazy.
arguments between you and Ashraf are gonna be so funny when Ashraf defends Gittins and you slack him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but Ashraf, listen.
Shit's
gonna
gonna
be
be
hilarious.
big cinema, bro.
Listen. Ashraf, listen. Ashraf is gonna defend Gittins. Look, oh my god, I can't believe it. We're sitting here talking about Gittins coming to.
I'm waiting for Souls to cuss out Ashraf in some way, bro. Because
Where is that tubby guy? Message him. With his dodgy
Isn't he
hairline.
working, bro? he's working.
Hey, no, he should be working today.
Oh wait, it's Saturday, bro.
He's not
I lost my.
He's not working. He's
I
at
forgot it was Saturday,
100%
bro.
he's not working.
In my mind, it's Friday.
No, listen. Listen. If we're serious, look, guys, but we need to be realistic, right? We're not. I don't think we're going to go into next season with a star left winger, because I don't think we're going to get Rodrigo, and I think he's the only realistic target. In my opinion, Rodrigo's edging on world class, right?
I think he is
Yeah,
world class.
or he is, and all the other targets that Sad just named, none of them are world class at all, and they're far from being world class. So
To be honest,
we need to look at are we going to go in with 2 or 3 good left wingers, or are we going to sign a world class left winger? That impacts it. It's a big difference there.
Honestly, I don't think we need a world class left winger. And you know why?
Yeah,
I think
we might not.
I think once we start seeing someone who can actually like just beat their man and cross a ball without like staring into the grass, our minds are going to be blown. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
because if we actually get like Gyökeres and you know what I'm saying, and we have Zubimendi in there, and we have a competent left winger, that left winger doesn't need to be world class, because we have good players in different positions, and when he crosses a ball, Gyökeres is going to be there to actually do something with it, you know, instead of, you know, Havertz lagging somewhere else. So I think we just need someone good. We don't need someone that's super world class. You know what I'm saying? But getting someone world class is just like would be like a guarantee. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine then. If we're going for someone good, then maybe again the best option there would be Liao, right?
I think Liao, and the thing why I like Liao as well is that first of all, his name, he's a bigger name, and you kind of you have to respect him. So by default, it also takes pressure off Saka on that side. You can't just put 6 man on Saka and win the game, because that's like how you beat Arsenal now. So you have to respect Gyökeres. You have to respect Liao.
So just imagine buying the number 10 kid with Rafa on your back. You know what I'm saying, bro?
No, I agree. And Liao's a big name, and that's where I think people are. But we have to also. We have to.
You really are in Turkey, huh?
No, but we have to also accept that he's not really been. He's been subpar for 2 seasons
bro,
now.
Your mic is moving mad.
Yeah, no. I'm saying we need to also accept that he's been subpar for 2 seasons now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and do you know what I mean?
I'm just guessing it because I personally like Leao. I feel like people are just overreacting.
Wait, Gittins is from Barbados? Oh, okay. I want Gittins then.
Who? Who's from Barbados?
Gittins. He's
Barbados.
Yeah, then you know.
From Barbados.
So now you like him.
Ashraf's his uncle.
So now you like him, huh? Is that what it is?
He's from the Caribbean, dude.
Guys?
Come on.
I think a chance.
Might as well get Brahim Diaz, guys. New number 10. Yallah.
We got evasions, man. Anyway,
to be fair, even though I'm from the Caribbean as well, I still hate Raheem. So
listen, I would take Arda Güler or Brahim Diaz in a heartbeat, either one of them, because I feel like either one of them would come in and would would be a backup initially, but if Odegaard has a subpar season, they could come in and be starters, and they'll be good enough.
I mean,
right?
yeah, I feel like Arda for Odegaard and Brahim Diaz as a backup for Saka would be perfect. Literally.
No, but bro, but bro, if it was between Arda Güler or Brahim Diaz is more ready to be a starting player.
Dude,
No,
I'd take Arda
but
Güler over Brahim Diaz, bro.
my
You kidding?
point is Arda is a more creative number 10, and Brahim Diaz is a better winger in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But
I agree.
you take Arda. Like Arda has
what,
like
for the
world
10,
class
I'll take Arda.
potential.
Yeah, for the 10,
Yeah.
I'll take Arda.
What about
And-
what about Al Khanous from Leicester?
No,
There you
no,
are,
no,
bro.
no,
El Khanous.
no. I'm sorry. These
Nah,
Moroccan
but
guys,
bro, I'm
you
just.
know, it's because the guy's Moroccan. People are gassing him. The guy's tired, man. Stop. Well, I don't want him. I don't want him at all. I don't want El Khanous or whatever his name is. Right?
He was cooking though.
Here we go. Look at this fake Moroccan exposing himself, bro. Man said El Khanous or
Whatever his name is. I
Ya
don't
أخي, why are you
care.
saying it? Say El Khanous, ya أخي.
No.
Look into your inner Moroccan, bro, and
Wouldn't we
stop
link to
talking to
him?
me with the Spanish side, bro. Please.
Until
Talk
our
to me with
team
the
is
Moroccan
invested in
side.
Moroccans, at the end of the day, we need
Yallah.
to listen. If we're really serious, sell Timber and White and go and get Hakimi.
Oh, Latif. Okay, that's like a sad take 2.0 lie.
Yeah,
what did he say?
I know.
What did he say?
He said sell Timber and Ben White and buy Hakimi.
Oh, I
Yeah, this
love
guy is on
Hakimi,
drugs,
man.
bro. He's
I
smoking butch,
love
bro.
Hakimi. I love him.
Wait,
And
are you
Stardust,
serious?
bro.
Oh, that's a joke, right?
No, I don't know. No. I'm not being serious. I wouldn't
No,
sell.
he
I wouldn't sell
made a
Timber.
joke, yeah.
I wouldn't sell
Okay,
Timber
okay.
for anybody. I wouldn't sell Timber for anybody.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we have to be honest. Yeah, big up Hakimi, man. I think he's a top right back, man. To wherever.
I don't think we could use Hakimi.
I know.
think-
He'd never fit Arteta's system. Yeah, I know. But yeah, look, I think the left winger. I think being realistic, guys, and what is probably going to happen. Gyökeres.
Or do you think we could get
Zubimendi.
Anthony Gordon? You think that's a thing, or we're just never gonna take
No,
anyone
I think
from
he will join Liverpool.
Newcastle?
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you go Liverpool
Yeah,
before.
actually.
I think but then Liverpool having Gordon and Diaz. Oh my days, that's unfair. That really is
I mean,
unfair. 'Cause they have-
when Gordon joins them, I think Diaz will leave because he will be 30 by the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'd take him.
Do you
I
rate
think for
Diaz?
one-
I don't.
I rate Diaz. I think for one season he could come in and win a Prem or a Champs with world class players around him. I think he's a top player. Right. I think we need to look if we're serious now, right? Look, this is what's gonna tell me if Berta
serious?
is no. Does Berta want a long-term project like Gittins, or does he want Arteta to win a major honor next season? If he does want him to win a major honor next season, we need to go for players that are gonna come in groundbreaking. We don't want to sign.
Nah,
Gittins
he's
and
already
next season we're going-
said. I think didn't he already like say out his own mouth that the team's ready to win now? I think he said that. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
exactly. But it's not ready to win now because we still have Trossard and Martinelli on the left wing. So we need to
Well, I
we need
mean-
to sort out. Yeah, also Havertz as well. Havertz, we've already accepted he's going to be
Who?
a backup. No, Havertz is going to be a backup to.
Who? Bro,
DK,
I
you know,
black
if
mirrored
there's-
that guy.
If
You know what
there's
I'm saying?
two people, if there's two people at Arsenal that DK hates the most, is Arteta and Havertz. You can't stand either of them.
Yeah,
Dude,
No, listen,
they're like
look,
Tweedledee and
look,
Tweedledum,
Havertz-
to be honest.
I think that's practically a large part of
that's
that.
harsh.
It's down to Hooks,
Havertz.
bro. A large part of
No,
that
no.
is down to Hooks because Hooks tried to freaking shove him down our throats, bro. Pause.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
but
for that? But listen, I
what
don't
you
think.
did with Arteta last season, Hooks did with Havertz for like 2 years.
Listen, man.
No, but I don't know. But I don't think Havertz is a bad backup. Again, I definitely don't think he's good enough to be a starting.
But he's not a
striker.
midfielder. That's my issue.
He's not a striker either.
midfielder, bro. Yeah, he's nothing. He's literally ass, and he earns 275k.
No, he's not. He's one of them. Like, do you know Panadol all-in-one cold and flu tablets? He's like that.
Yeah, he's a
He-
jack of all trades, but not a specialist in any of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not. But I think coming off the bench, guys, I think if you stick him up front, he can hold the ball up well. He can use his physicality. He's got good heading ability. And if you want a goal, maybe he can score you a header on a cross or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
use him to rattle people.
Yeah, or something like that. But I think our big problem, guys, we need to address. Berta, look, whoever, if we get Liao, whoever, left wing, and sort out the number 10 position, what are we doing there? Because there is a chance Odegaard has another stinker next season. And right now, we're stuck in the same boat where if he has a stinker, he just plays anyway because he's the captain. There's no one else. Then there's no one else to come in for him. Forget this one area.
What happened to Nipad? Wasn't Nipad supposed to join and be Odegaard backup? You know,
Isn't he like linked to
Who's that?
Spurs or some shit
Who?
now?
Nipad?
Nipan.
No, he's
Oh,
going to Aston Villa. He's
Nipan.
going to Aston Villa, bro. He's going to Aston
Nipan's
Villa.
a baller. Oh my days, I rate him as well.
Why is he
He's going to Aston
Villa?
Villa.
Why is he going to Aston Villa?
Good evening,
Did we
bro.
pivot away
Why?
from him? Man?
They won the race for him, I think. So yeah,
I don't think. I think if we went in for him seriously, we would have gotten him. There's no way he picks Aston Villa over Arsenal. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Why
Or
don't we
maybe
go
he wants
for-
starting time and he's not going to get
Yeah,
starting time with us.
they might have offered him a bit like starting time. Do you know what I mean? Amount of games per season. So
Oh,
You know,
dude,
for the,
the-
you
what
know
are
for the
the-
left
what
wing, you
about-
know who I take for left wing? I know you guys are gonna laugh at this, right? I know you guys are gonna laugh at this. I know, because none of you are gonna want him. But if Rashford's available, I'd take him.
yeah, it stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Just
No, it
stinks.
stinks,
Brother, use
but-
your head. Use your
no,
head,
no, bro. Listen,
Dude,
listen,
come
you
on.
know what it
Think
is?
about it,
Paul?
souls, before you
If-
say
if-
stuff like
If
this.
you
No,
make
no, I'd
if
take
you
him.
make arguments like that, I think about the price of what Rashford would cost us, and I would look at players like Lookman, for example, who are around the same price, and I would rather go for. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't want. Can we
Look,
stop
man,
taking players
bro.
with baggage, bro? Like, can we not? Can we not?
I know,
save-
but I mean,
like-
someone who's prem proven, experienced, scored 20+ goals. Like this guy's a proven goal scorer, and he's a good left winger. Again, Arteta would never go for him because of his work rate. But to be fair, TK Lookman's a brilliant shout, man. I think again, Lookman. He's not Rodrigo level, but if you want to sign someone that can really take you to that next level, I think Lookman's a step above all the other 4 targets. Like
You see
Gittins.
this Boston. This comment: Nepan will block Max Dauman's pathway. This is what I don't like about Arsenal fans. Boston.
What?
You see, like
Who?
I don't. I just.
Max,
Bro, he's
who?
I just-
15. He's 15. What you mean block
It's-
his opportunity, bro?
But like, why
Max
is that
Dauman?
the mentality, bro? Like, let's not sign a 10 because Max fucking Dauman
Yeah.
needs to play.
Instead of playing them together, we we skip on him.
Like, dude, if you're
no,
good
but-
enough, you'll get minutes, dude.
You know, but brother, we don't care about Max Dauman. Listen.
Dude, I'm not gonna
listen,
see
we-
this
we do,
guy
but in the
for like
future.
3-4
No, we
years.
do, but we're not thinking about Max Dauman now when it comes to winning a major honor next season, right, guys? You have
What are we
to.
talking
We need to. No. We need to remember, guys. Yeah, we're not. This is not Arteta 4 years ago, where we're just building a team. We want to sign young players and try and build it up for years to come. We
Dude,
need
he's
a major
15,
trophy
guys.
next season.
It's
We
a win
need
now
something.
thing.
We need.
It's a win now.
It's a
Literally
win now
a
thing.
like he's
So-
a baby.
So
Yeah,
to win now,
yeah.
to win now, you need players that are gonna play now. Okay, we don't need players that are gonna need a year, a season to get into it and start doing all this nonsense. We need Lookman. Oh, Lookman would be unbelievable. If we signed Lookman, Gyökeres, Zubimendi, and a backup 10, I think we have one of the best teams in the world.
Bro, Lookman is there
Next
as the
season.
alley oop is there, bro, for Lookman, bro. Like he's falling out with Gasparini. Doesn't want to play doesn't want to play for Atalanta anymore. It's, bro, go in there quickly. Bang, quick one. Lookman, you've already fallen out with the gaffer. You don't want to be at this club anymore. Do you want to come back to the Premier League? Let's get you under contract. Do you know what I mean? Let's discuss with freaking Thingy. He doesn't want to be at your club, so we're going to pay you this. You're going to go for that. And then bang, that's it, bro. Lookman is at our club, bro.
Look,
He's
I
a
mean,
left
look
winger
what-
that looks like
look,
he wants
man.
to...
just
Yeah,
join
look,
us.
man. Look, man, bro.
Look, man.
what I mean?
Just join us.
I mean, look,
I
with,
think-
with Martinelli on the bench, I actually like that as left wing options. I think that's
Yeah,
that's
I think
good.
Lookman will be top quality, man. I think that's a dream, but whether it happens or not, I don't
I mean,
know.
Dream, he's 50 M's, bro.
I know,
It's like
but
nothing.
again, we'll see what Berta.
We are Arsenal Football Club, not FC Marrakesh.
First of all, it's Kukab.
FC Kokab.
Also, we're
That's
linked to
Was it FC Marrakesh?
I saw linked to Kudus as well. if that means anything.
You know what? TK wants to have a showdown with all the Moroccans, man.
Bro,
TK.
I'm
Let
grown
me
up
see
with
one thing.
Moroccans, bro. They're
Let me see
literally
one
my
thing.
brothers.
Let me see one thing. TK must be plugged in with the Moroccans because you can't talk like this if you live in Holland. Cannot talk like this. You know what I mean?
I do.
If you're not Moroccan and you talk like this about Moroccans in second Morocco, you must be plugged in, boy. Because
Bro, I'm telling you, I've talked this way with Moroccans. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what I'm saying to you. You must be plugged in with them because
Yeah, bro. Those are
Morocco.
my
I'm telling you now,
bros.
Moroccans are deluded when it comes to their players, bro. I'm telling you. Like my uncle, he lives in Amsterdam. The way he chats
Oh
about
shit!
Brahim,
Arsenal are in advanced negotiations with Leandro Trossard regarding a new long-term contract to secure his future at the
Where is
Emirates.
this?
oh my god.
Sports
Where
Who's
is
saying
this?
this? Is it Anfield agenda?
It's Pete O'Rourke from Sports Pete. Who's this, man? I never heard of this.
Can
Sad,
you
who's
forward
that?
it to
Confirm
me?
it.
Can you forward it to
Oh,
me? I don't know.
dude, it's on my.
Man said El
I'll put it in the
Canoes,
chat.
bro. If we sign El Canoes from Leicester, that's a stinker, man.
I mean, it could be nice numbers wise, but it shouldn't be our main midfield target. That's for sure.
But what is he gonna come in as a backup for Odegaard?
For anyone. Oh no, it's actually true, bro. Arsenal
Bro,
fans talk.
where are you guys seeing this? Where's
Okay,
this?
there's a guy named Peter O'Rourke. Rourke? Wait, I'll just link it to you, you fraud.
Yeah, I can't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Football
that's
Insider.
Ashraf's fake account.
Yeah, but
Arsenal
this is
advanced
just a
talks.
random guy, bro.
Arsenal advanced talks with Leandro Trossard of a long-term deal to help keep him at the Emirates. Trossard is due to enter his final year of his contract at Arsenal this summer, and the club are keen to sort out his. So, do you know what this means for me? Do you know what this tells me?
Martinelli's gone.
This tells me that Martinelli is going to be sold. If they want to keep,
I
Trossard, then they're going to want to keep. They're going to want to get rid of.
And I saw
Martinelli
earlier.
for
I
money.
saw I think yesterday. Well, it would have been yesterday for me, but that like people saying that they want to sell Martinelli to add some funds. Like he's the guy they were talking about when they were saying Arsenal to sell like a key player for summer. I'd rather keep Martinelli than Trossard, dude. Honestly,
Same. I think it would make
I think
it would make no
Martinelli with
sense.
like
It would make no sense because Arteta loves a player that tracks back and works hard. Martinelli
no,
works so
Arteta
hard.
doesn't like
Hey, bro, but
Martinelli though.
unless Saudi bids like 80, 90 mil, you know what I'm saying? Imagine us
For
getting
who?
like 80 mil for Martinelli, bro.
It'll never happen. Listen, even the
Why
Saudis
not?
know, because even the Saudis know how trash Martinelli is.
I feel like
For them, he's like the best player in the world.
I know, but he's too. I think going forward, Martinelli's so bad, man. He's just so one-dimensional. Has no flair. I just think he
Al
just.
Nasser as well, eh? So he's gonna play with Ronaldo and them, man.
yeah,
Send
Martinelli
big
him,
up
yeah,
is
send
Nasser.
him. If he wants to go to Saudi and we
Big
get
up
80 mil,
Nasser,
80
man.
M's, I'll sell him tomorrow. But I think if you want to keep one of them, but again, see, Cal, this is why I said I think Trossard will stay because Trossard's going to be more accepting of being a bench player, and Arteta likes that because he wants to go and sign another starter. But I just don't think Martinelli's going to accept just moving over
Yeah.
for Liao or moving
We
over
don't
for.
know.
I don't know about their personality. All I
Mm.
know is the reason why they're probably keeping Trossard, and this might be another Berta thing, is because normally it'd be in the club's best interest. Like if the club was thinking about value and just from a pure profit standpoint, making money, selling Martinelli and keeping Trossard makes no sense.
The thing is, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, though, guys. Because behind the scenes, Martinelli might be complaining like, "Bro, I need start time. I need to start this amount of games. I need to start that amount of games."
Yeah,
maybe that's why. Do you know what I mean? Even because
You
even
know
at
what
the
I
end
would
of last
say?
season, we were saying that Trossard has to be the main starter over Martinelli.
You know what I would tell him? Shut up. You've been ass. You don't have any right to ask anything, you fraud. That's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, both Martinelli and Trossard have been ass. Where do you find the humility and shame to ask for playtime, bro?
I'd want.
This is
I'd want.
Arsenal Football Club as well. This is.
I want Martinelli
Yeah, bro,
gone,
this is
man.
not a kindergarten, bro. What the fuck?
No, I know, but players when they think about their futures, Martinelli's gonna think about himself
Right, guys.
first. And when he thinks about himself, he's gonna go. He wants to play for Brazil. He wants to, you know what I mean? I think he doesn't know yet that he's not good enough. He's 24. And,
The way you said that, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know yet. He's just
He
too
doesn't.
stupid
He
to
hasn't
realize,
noticed that
you
he
know
isn't
what
good
I'm saying?
enough yet. This
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
problem
that-
with Martinelli.
That's what I mean. He probably still thinks that he should be starting for a Prem champs winning team, when realistically he's not. Right. So
Bro's
he's
like,
got two.
know
He's
your
got two
place.
options. He either stays at Arsenal and be a backup, or if another top club is willing to take him. But again, I can't see any of the Prem champs level teams taking him. I really can't.
Nah,
Like,
no one's
who-
taking.
do you
The
know what I mean?
only
PSG.
way we would have sold Martinelli to a Prem team if Klopp actually went out and bought Martinelli at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because he was actually the only one that was very, very interested in Martinelli, but never ended up buying him. You know what I'm saying? Because we were using him.
So
I feel like the smart way to go about this is to sell Trossard still, because let's be real, guys. Money aside, yeah. One is 30, 31 years old. The other one is
Yes.
24 years old.
Yes.
Why would I keep the 31-year-old and sell the 24-year-old? It doesn't make
Especially
sense.
long-term contract for Trossard. That sounds like terrible
It
business.
doesn't make sense. Do we
Well,
really
no,
need
no,
an any replacement that we just give free contracts to old guys? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
what are we
no,
doing here? You know what I'm saying?
but TK, let me tell you why he may do that. Because the 31-year-old's willing to accept less money, the 31-year-old's willing to sit on the bench, and the 31-year-old's willing to be a backup. The 24-year-old you're gonna get more money for. He's gonna be and he's not willing to be a bench player. If those are the reasons, I understand why selling Martinelli.
I
Because
don't think
Martinelli,
Martinelli
If-
wants to
if-
start
if-
like that, bro. I don't
The
think
thing
so.
is, the only reason this makes sense is if this is actually just for the fund, just for the win now fund. If selling
Yeah.
Martinelli is for the win now fund, this makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's
Yeah,
not
I
for the
agree.
win now fund and it's just, you know, if the Cronkies are just gonna pocket this, then it does make sense at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's got to mean that we need to, if we do sell Martinelli, one, I want at least 40, 50 million for him, at least. Right? And
I mean,
two, if
I wouldn't sell him. I wouldn't. I genuinely think he deserves, not deserves, because deserves is a big word. I feel like he can be a backup to our main new left winger.
Yeah, he does.
Oh.
That I think he can be a decent backup to.
And
100%.
Souls, I'm gonna be real, because Martinelli has been benching a lot, and I don't think this guy really wants to start like that. I just think he wants to play in Khalas. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't think it's a Martinelli issue. I feel like the club just want to sell him and maybe use his funds on other players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I
the
think
case.
because I keep hearing these. They haven't stopped saying that, you know, we're gonna sell one of our main players. We need to sell a left wing to buy a left wing. So I think Martinelli is just gonna be sacrificed.
The sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I wish it was Havertz, but unfortunately it's Martinelli. You know.
Yeah.
The sacrificial lamb.
It's not going to be
man.
Havertz. It's not going to be
Yeah.
Havertz. But
Anyway, guys, it's been 2+ hours.
I'm
literally,
gonna wrap this up now, man.
Bro,
'cause-
I woke up and jumped on the stream, bro. I didn't have even like breakfast or anything, bro. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
It's
I'm-
11 p.m. for me
Or
now.
lunch.
11,
Yeah,
11.
man. I'm gonna
what
listen. I'm
country
gonna.
I'm in Australia right now.
Ah, nice.
Good day, mate.
Good eye, mate. Good eye. Hey, listen, man, Cal, watch out for them spiders and snakes, bro. I know over there, bro. They run.
I
shit,
live.
bro.
I'm not around then. You know, it's actually because
I
I
have
I'm
had
around
it with
those
these
ends.
motherfucking snakes on this
On this
motherfucking plane.
plane. Start over some windows. Hey,
dude,
man,
like
big
the
up
most
to-
poisonous snake in the world, the brown snake, literally just chills in things. Like when the grass gets too high at certain places, like you just don't walk in the grass. Say, you get bitten by one of those, you're finished.
Bro, you ain't catching me walking on grass in Australia. That's
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that,
Shut
bruv.
up. This
Nah,
man
just the
said
long grass,
walk
the
on
long
And if
grass.
I do, I'm gonna wear Uggs. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them.
It might bite through the Uggs, bro. It might bite through the Uggs, bro. You know what I mean? You never know, bro.
Yeah.
But
Big up
listen,
Australia, though. Big up Harry Kuehl.
yeah, Nah, big up to everybody, man. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big up to Cal, big up to Souls, big up to T for joining me for this stream. And we are out of here. I'm gonna pass you guys over to TG, True Gunner. Make sure to go over there and subscribe to him as well. And we are out of here. Peace out, people. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.